reason. I don't know why. High CPU. CNN's not loading. Chat's not loading. Um, hmm. I'm assuming I'm live. Yes, it says that I'm live, but the chat's not loading. Let's refresh the chat. That is weird. Maybe because I pulled up CNN while the chat was trying to load. Probably fucked with it. Okay, there we go. The chat is there. I want to say hello to all of you and good morning. I will be dancing my jig on today's show. BJ is loading. Hey, BJ. Yeah, if you came for the dance, you've come to the right episode. This is the one. We're going to be dancing today. Now, I'm not dancing because Joe Biden won. I am dancing because Donald Trump, I've already forgotten his name, isn't that great? Donald Trump has lost. Trump ain't lost shit. He getting cheated. Chase, Olar, did you just call me dumb fuck? I'm just gonna block you. I'm not here to be abused by Trump supporters. Look, you guys need to learn how to lose respectfully, okay? I'm not your mommy and I'm not your daddy. I'm not gonna hold you by your hand, and I'm not gonna teach you how to treat people with respect. You lost. I'm gonna dance a jig, and your butt hurt, and that brings me joy. Your tears bring me joy. Just enough so I know I really don't give a fuck about what you have to say. I just want to know that your butt hurt, and that makes me feel good. All of the Trump supporters out there that spent so much time perpetrating people with your support for Donald Trump, it's our turn now. And now we're going to perpetrate you with your fucking loss. So if you don't like it, leave. Make my number say 3 people watching, and the 3 of us will do bong rips, and I will dance and dance and dance. If you can't take my fucking celebration. It happens. Not super pissed at it. Right on, Cody. Yeah, it happens, right? Excellent attitude. We can still be friends. I'm not here to rub anything in your face. I'm here to celebrate the fact that Donald Trump you. How do we know Joe won? Associated Press still says 264-214, same as last night. Right. No, he won. I got you, bro. Here. That's why you watch my show, Billy. Because I like to bring you the facts. Here's the facts, bro. Current tracking on all states up for grabs, all show Biden leading. That's Georgia, Biden. Pennsylvania, Biden. Nevada, Biden. Arizona, Biden. So, Joe Biden will be the president of the United States come January 20th. There's nothing is going to stop this. We're here, we voted, and we've come to a decision as a country. Well, if you are here to rub it in Trump supporters' faces that they lost, they deserve it. As many people came in here and tried to perpetrate me with that stupid Trump 2020 or all their fucking Trump or all their bullshit over the last 4 years, it's our turn. And now they got to shut the fuck up and watch us celebrate. All the Trump haters. I'm not a Biden supporter, but I'm a Trump hater. And I'm going to celebrate today. Michael Goldsmith, thank you, buddy. Cody, we just have to see how Biden does. Well, fuck Biden. He's going to do a shitty job, and he needs to be fucking taken out, too. You know, he should have a 1-year term. Yo, Nate, so proud of my state, PA, going blue. Right on, Isaac. I'm proud of every state that's going blue. They declared it around 9 a.m. Biden won. Cody, who declared it? Crooked ass bullshit. Yeah, who declared it, Cody? Crooked ass bullshit, says John Combs. Oh, John, are you sad? 4 million people disagree with you, bro. There's 4 million more votes. Yeah, I think there's nothing crooked about a solid vote. You know, and this is another thing, John Combs. You've had 4 years to fix your crooked ass voting system. You didn't. Your leader, your glorious leader, didn't do dick. So don't come in here and try to complain about it now. All right, you lost, and we get to celebrate, and you need to shut the fuck up about it. All right, you need to treat people with respect, and you need to shut the fuck up. And I've got CNN up here. I'm watching it, and I'm laughing and laughing and laughing. Here, let's do this. Just see if this works. No, it's not going to work like that. Okay. Okay, well, I had to see. Let me I'll redo it. I can redo these. I'm really good at this. Okay, it's going to go from corner to corner. Corner to corner. Yeah, corner to corner. Corner to corner. There we go. Okay, so we've got our numbers up. Nobody declared anything. Cody, the Associated Press calls it. Jeremy Stooks. Unreal, man. 48 years in politics. Biden has never done shit for shit. 48 years in politics? He was vice president of the United States for 8 years under Barack Obama. Did you forget that? Did you forget that? Michael, what could very well be considered the most important presidency in the history of presidents was the first black president. Joe Biden was the vice president for 8 years. That's not an accomplishment? That he supported the first black president in the United States and was his vice president for 8 years? That's not an accomplishment? He hasn't done shit for shit, Michael Goldsmith? Really? I think you should. I think you're a fucking... Right? Okay? I'm not saying Biden is a good guy, but I think he's accomplished something, and I think you need to admit it, and you need to call yourself a liar that you are, and admit that Joe Biden was the president, the vice president for Barack Obama for 8 years. Definitely an accomplishment. So you can't lie on my live stream. I will block you, Michael. I will. So tell everybody you're a fucking liar, okay? Because he did that, and you can admit that he was the VP. All right, Michael Goldsmith? I'll wait for you. He still did nothing along with Obama. John, he served as the vice president. Why are you arguing? He served as the vice president. That's all he had to do. Obama and Biden were two clowns. Maybe so, but Barack Obama still did a lot for black people in the United States and the world, and Joe Biden, Mr. Racist, was his vice president for 8 years. He served under the black man. Huh. You got to think about that, don't you? Can't deny facts. Okay, I'm a liar. Thank you, Michael. You were lying. Kimberly says, in honor of my mom, she hated Trump. Right on, Kimberly. He's going to have to block him. Sriracha sauce. Sriracha. Sriracha sauce. He's going to have to block him. J-Bone Low. He's not going to admit that shit. He did. I'm not blocking him. He admitted it. He said, okay, I'm a liar. Michael Goldsmith is cool, everybody. You guys calm down. You think I'm here to block Trump supporters? You guys are going to have to admit the facts. And if we could do that, we come together on that bridge and we hold hands and we march off into the sunset together as friends. Brandon Chesterfield, I'm not here to discuss politics, but voting for Biden because you hate Trump is like eating a dog tied because you don't like steak. Same the other way. No, Brandon, not really. But nice try at making a... I guess what you were trying to make was an analogy there and totally failed at it, but okay. 47 years of lying, thriving, and cheating. Obama tore America apart trying to create havoc. Okay, Lisa, that's your opinion. Cool. Obama was black. Obama helped black people just by being the president of the United States. Joe Biden helped black people just by being his vice president. I know you don't want to admit it, but it's true. Mark, who cares anyway as long as they do the job? I care. I care. Mark, I care. I care. And I'm glad that Donald Trump is fired. I care, Mark. And I'm glad. And I'm celebrating. And I didn't even vote. But I'm celebrating. And nobody can take it away from me. And I'm going to get up on this live broadcast. I'm going to dance a jig right here on the floor. Right here. I'm going to river dance. I'm going to mosh. And it's going to be fucking awesome. I would like for CNN to officially call it, but there's really no need. I'm calling it. Joe Biden is the next president of the United States. Donald Trump, you're fired. America has spoken. I'm speaking for America. You're fired. Ah, God, I've waited 4 years to say that. We freaking did it, said Jason. I'm all for Trump. I'm all for Trump from the UK, says Jason. Good luck with that, Jason. Biden is winning by a lot. That's how you know it's not corrupt. Yeah, over 4 million. In fact, I want to get those numbers. I want to get the overall numbers because it was over 4 million. I just want to see where we're at with that number. So proud to have worked for the Biden campaign here in Georgia. Cheryl Payne, thank you for your service. Hell yeah. Thank you, Georgia. And I can't wait to talk to H.A. Goodman. I am a better political pundit than H.A. Goodman is. You guys should realize that. I might call people cunts. I might smoke cannabis. I might have a rough appearance. And I might be obnoxious. But I got this election way more correct than H.A. Goodman, journalist, author, and pundit and podcaster seen all over the world. Right? I knew more than he did because I wasn't blinded by my own loyalty to a fucking liar like Donald Trump. And H.A. Goodman was. He was blinded. And it's crazy to see it. I was just watching an H.A. Goodman before I started the show, and I'm shaking my head the whole time. He's in complete denial world. Oh, Donald Trump won the election. He keeps saying, Donald Trump won this election. Oh, Donald Trump won. He won on election night. Donald Trump won. Well, unfortunately, that's not how elections work, H.A. Goodman. We count all the votes in this country, not just the first night. We count all the votes. And it's not who's winning. It's who wins. It's almost like sports. You would think somebody as much into sports as H.A. Goodman is, he would understand that when your team kicks a field goal and misses at the end of the game and you lose, that you don't get a second chance. There isn't a court that you go to and appeal to. You lost. Period. Sports was supposed to teach the Republicans that. But they've been so busy ignoring football now and basketball because of Donald Trump, they forgot how sports works. And they forgot how politics works too. There was any voter guard in your heart of hearts, ego aside. Any voter guard. I think you're trying to say voter fraud. Do I think in my heart of hearts, ego aside? Not 4 million cases of it flip to this. Flip to this. Do you think there were 4 million cases of voter fraud? He was attempting to make sense. Weak ass analogy. No, let's not block the Trump supporters. Let them soak it in with all the facts. Sriracha sauce, the Worcestershire sauce, needs to change their names to red and black. He's fired, says J-Bone. What up, Jose? Alan, you're fired. Adam, what's up? Good morning. What's that a link to, Adam? Stukes. Alan, Aaron, I don't think it's over yet. Aaron, it's over. Fuck Trump. You fired. Epic show. I want to hear Bruce Buffer say, and you're new. And you're new! President! Yeah. UFC champion! That'd be great. I just want Jim Acosta to tell Trump he's fired. I want Jim Acosta to do it. Speaking for all journalists everywhere. It would be so fantastic. Maybe Trump can be your prime minister. I doubt it. Hey, Nay, late joining. Oh, for UK, yeah. Just in from Cairo. Okay, Debbie. Good morning, Ryan. Thank you. God, says Richard. Sidebar, what program are you using? Because this is wicked. I'll tell you in a second, okay? Let me give Rogan a toy to play with. Rogan, you want a toy? I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna play with my friend Rogan right here. But I'm looking at the. Oh, Rogan, what you got here? I gotta get him a toy to play with. Bazinga, says Adam. Okay, program I'm using, Sriracha sauce. I am using Restream. Okay, Restream allows me to broadcast to all of my social media simultaneously. I'm also using XSplit Broadcaster that allows me to do these words, put the clock up here, bring in video, have my... This is produced by Restream, but I'm taking the screen cap with XSplit and just mirroring it. The picture of Julian Assange, the chat is being supplied by Restream, but once again, I'm mirroring it with my XSplit. And also, XSplit's great because I can do this. I can go to just my cam if I want. I can change that fade. I've got standby. I can go to my chat. I've got photographs in here that I can go to if I need to walk away from the screen or something. That's Cyber, everybody, if you're wondering who Cyber Style is. That's Cyber Style and I doing a... And Cyber Style is his new name. I'm going to call him Cyber Style now. Cyber Style! It's going to be like, what? Adam says Bazinga. I still don't know what that link was. Our country is fucked now. Think it was bad under Trump. Just wait. John Combs, get over it, buddy. You're gonna live, okay? You're gonna get to keep your guns. Calm down. You just calm down, okay? That's what I'm gonna tell all fucking Republicans that come in here crying like little bitch. I'm gonna, you calm down. Just calm down. That's it. Just calm down. That's my Pelosi. Just calm down. 47 years of Biden's lying, thieving, cheating, bought and paid for by communist China. What? Among others. Oh, bummer. Lisa, this is so funny. Owns the fact that he ripped America apart for one world order, like anyone with a brain would put him in charge of the world. I'd rather have Biden than Trump. You know, Lisa, are you forgetting about COVID? COVID! 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 You're forgetting about that little joke right there? Your little joke of a leader, Lisa? You're delusional, okay? The American public has spoken. Your beautiful, dear leader, Donald Trump, is now beat and fired, and he lost. You lost. You're going to have to deal with it, Lisa. And if you come in here and you keep saying, oh, bummer, and keep trying to put Barack Obama down, who I hate fucking too, I'm just going to keep rubbing it into your face that Donald Trump lost and that you're a fucking big fat loser. And no matter what you say, it's not going to change the fact that you lost today. And we're going to laugh and we're going to dance and we're going to celebrate. And you can't take that away. We're going to be happy and we're going to have a lot. We're going to sing songs and we're going to hold hands. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a moment of bonding and love for all of us in the whole world today. And people like you, Lisa, you can't take that away from us. So your tears are fueling this live stream. I want you to know that. Keep crying, please. And I will keep reading your cries. Replying to Adam Benson, why are you trying to navigate us away from this live stream? Ooh, Adam. Adam, you getting called out, son? Jeffrey Epstein cell. Billy, remember, Adam's one of my best friends, bro. Jeffrey Epstein cell is available. Did everyone see all the states we turned blue? I think it's extra funny because the House and Senate got more Republicans, but those Republicans voted against Trump, says Jason Harbin. Cheryl says, you're welcome. Ryan says, Nate, are you still doing your celebration dance? Yes, I am. Oh, you know it. Right here, bro. I'm going to be dancing right here on this live stream today. This morning. It's going to happen. I haven't smoked yet. We want to see you dancing when Biden wins while smoking a big fat one. Right. Well, Biden's already won. It's official. I'm calling it. Okay? Biden is the next president. So if you need the official announcement, I'm giving it to you right now. There's no way Donald Trump can come back now. He's lost. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I didn't vote, and that makes me even happier. I didn't have to participate in this one. You know, my fucking hands are clean. Here's my fucking ballot. Unopened. Here's my unopened ballot. What? What? I didn't vote. Fuck y'all. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Blame America, okay? Don't come in here and be mad at me. I didn't vote. It wasn't me. I'm just enjoying the fuck out of this, though. Yeah, I'll be following you, says Sriracha Sauce. Thank you. I really hope you are. Thank you so much for that. I look forward to seeing you on future shows. Trump be like, I definitely won, like Richard, right? Trump like Trump, hate Biden like Biden. In your opinion, at the end of the day, who will have been a better president?
Joe Biden is inching closer.
Hate Trump like Trump, hate Biden like Biden. In your opinion, at the end of the day, who will have been a better president? Joe Biden. Joe Biden will be a better president than Donald Trump. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not going to like his policies, but I didn't like Donald Trump's policies either. He's just more respectful. He's easier to look at and listen to. He cares about people, and you can tell that he cares about people when he speaks to us. And I'd much rather have somebody who cares, or at least pretends to care, or someone like Donald Trump who's just blatantly doesn't give a fuck about anybody but himself. So, yeah, Michael, I think that Joe Biden's already a better president than Donald Trump could ever possibly be. Brandon, I know your reasons and I respect you, but I would like you to ask some of these people why they voted for Biden other than the facts that they don't like him. Because that's not why you vote for someone if you don't mind asking. Brandon, yes it is. All of these people voted against Donald Trump. And if I had voted, I would have voted Biden against Donald Trump. If I had voted. So it's a stupid question. People are voting against Trump, bro. Sherry says Kamala is going to be a great president, says Sherry. That's a good one. Lucas says, I live in Kentucky. Everyone here loves Trump except for me. I voted Biden. I'm a Democrat. Lucas, get the fuck out of Kentucky, bro. Leave that state. They do not deserve your tax dollars. Move to a legal cannabis state. I recommend California, but just go somewhere else where your tax money is going towards a state that allows you to at least grow your own cannabis. Why were the swing states the only places counting still? The swing states were not the only places counting still. Florida was a swing state, not counting. You know, Ohio was a swing state, not counting anymore. So, Flip, you're wrong. All right? Answer your question? Good. That's why you come here, because I give you the facts and the truth. And I know most of it. John Combs, but now that it's over, maybe we can talk about other shit now. Not today, John. We're going to be talking about this today. The fact, John, that you're upset that your leader lost doesn't mean that we don't get to celebrate and talk about it and rub it into people's faces that deserve it. So try harder next time, John, really, to change my fucking topic. Good morning, Sherry. It's been 4 years, bro. It's been 4 long years, John. You don't get to take this away from us. And if you keep bitching like a little bitch, I will block you from the live stream. It's to the point now that but I do appreciate your tears, I do. It's to the point now that fraud argument doesn't hold water. Yeah, 4 million for sure. Right, Dave? Right, Jay? Right? Billy, there were ballot boxes burned with an incendiary device. Did they let those people fill out a second vote? Just asking. I don't know, Billy. Did those ballots equal 4 million? I doubt it. I doubt they squeezed 4 million votes into that one ballot box. Flip to this. No but per county to win. I don't know what that means. John, why you think it couldn't be fraud? John, 4 million of a fraud, John. Are you that dumb, John? Dude, 4 million, bro. I mean, 4 million. You think that there's 4 million fake ballots out there floating around? 4 million, dude. That should be pretty easy for someone like you to prove, John. 4 million cases of voter fraud. Go to it, buddy. Go find the 4 million. You know? Go ahead. Are you going to call family when they call it? Yes, Dave, I will. I'll call my sister and my mother. Daniel, hello. Brandon, Biden sniffs little kids, dude. Yes, he does! Get ready for 8 years of children sniffing. So much better than pussy grabbing. I'll take a child sniffer over a fucking pussy grabber any day. And if you guys would take a child sniffer over a pussy grabber, press number 1. I'm just kind of curious how many people agree with me. I'll take a fucking child sniffer over a pussy grabber any day. Philadelphia, Freedom by Ellen John. Are you guys enjoying it? And press number 5 if you're, give me a high five if you're enjoying this live stream. Can't wait to see Cuomo when Biden wins. Need an octagon death match, says Greg Glass. What's up, Greg? Flip to this. Some states even way bigger populations. Oh my God, your dog is adorable. He is, isn't he? He's fucking adorable, isn't he? Shratchet Sauce is slowly falling in love with me. She doesn't realize it yet, though. John, now Republicans should act like the Democrats have for 4 years. Hey, man, absolutely. Go right ahead. Pull your fucking hair out and scream, man. Like I said, John Combs, I'm looking forward to your tears. Bro, you are reaching, says Lugnut. I'm reaching for what? Bro, my stocks just went up 25%, says BJ. Really? Dude, did the stock market just fucking skyrocket? Restream and XSplit. Yes, got it. Restream.io and XSplit.com. Stream upgraded, says Danny. Pretty cool, you techno guy, you, Adam. Melissa, good morning, day. Watching and introducing my daughter, Honey. Hi, Honey. Nice to see you. Give your mom a hug from me. Lugnut, it was a Trump landslide before the meddling. Lugnut, it wasn't meddling, bro. They're just counting votes, dude. There's no meddling. Your meddling would be every fucking state around the country, bro. Every state where Biden is winning, there's meddling in really all those, even the Republican states, even the Republican-led states where Biden is winning, that's meddling. The Republican leadership is meddling. Lugnut, you're pathetic and your tears taste like sweet, sweet nectar to me. Keep crying. John Combs says, oh, I'm fine already. John, you're not fine, bro. You literally asked us to change the subject today. You're not fine. Your tears are so sweet, and they're as if they're like the sweet honey dew coming off of a beautiful flower in the early morning sun. John, I'm no Republican. Whatever, John. Whatever. The link was Elton John, Philadelphia Freedom. Great song for the day. Or we can listen to the something theme. Oh, to Trump, sore losers. Trump equals sore losers. Terry David. COVID. David C. COVID. I'm going to say that all day too. COVID. I have a feeling that speech was the one that lost Donald Trump the presidency, because I was so disgusted. Because my mom caught COVID. And you're making fun of it? My mother could have died, Donald Trump. And you're going, COVID. Oh, COVID. It's all you hear now, COVID. I tell you, after November 3rd, you're not going to hear that anymore, I promise you. Oh, another broken promise from Donald Trump. Psst. These comments are 5th grade at best. Dems will do better with the virus. Oh, Dems will do no better with the virus. John Combs. Okay, Mr. Supposition. I'm here for the sore losers and dancing of all sorts, J-Bone, right? COVID fucked my mind up. Never have I felt so paranoid. Brian Wallace. John Combs, we all lost. No, John, you don't... John, look, I think I'm going to block you from my live stream. Now, when you said we all lost, you're fucking lying now, John. You don't get to... You can come in here and cry all you want, but you don't get to lie, okay, John? So watch it. Next lie you tell, I will block you from my live stream. And I'll enjoy it, too. You don't get to come on here and lie. Let me tell you something. If we all lost, why do so many of us feel like celebrating today, John Combs? Huh? You know, Joe Biden said fundamentally to his big money donors that nothing really will change. I'm a millionaire, bro. He's not going to take my money away from me. And how did I lose? You're going to have to explain that to me. I didn't even vote, John Combs. I didn't even vote. I didn't even play the game. So I'm raking in cash, getting high, doing live streams in front of 57 people right now. How am I a loser? Tears equal fuel, lol. Haha, day of celebration. Hello, Nay and Treddy. And you know what's funny is he may have already told another lie, and there's nothing he can do about it because I'm going to scroll through, and it's probably already in the chat. He's going to end up getting blocked anyway. It's funny. So it's like a time bomb just ticking. Michael Haskey, hey, where you been, buddy? Cheers, I smoke along, you rock. Hello, Nay, how are you today? I'm Faye. Tuk Driver, Siam, Reap, Cambodia. Okay, Faye Remrem, what's up, buddy? No flags in my live stream, though. Billy, gotcha. Flip to this. How would you feel if you were tricked by the machine? Steve Running, hello. Adam, Jeffrey Epstein, Brandon. America will have to decide after 4 years because I bet Trump runs again in 4 years because a lot of people don't realize he can. Brandon, yes, Donald Trump can run for president again in 4 years. He's not going to do it. We talked about it last night. Watch last night's show. I explained it. Dave C is dying laughing. Where I'm from, Kentucky, everyone loves Trump. I just don't understand how you could be like that, man. He's dumber than a box of rocks. I'm a Democrat, so I went with Biden. Right on, Lucas Helton. Adam, yes, Trump is going down. That was what the Bazinga comment was for. Okay, Greg, me either. No one worth my vote. John Combs, no way. Randy Zam, Trump supporters are such poor losers. Oh, I know. They're just losers. Trump supporters are just fucking losers, bro. We've known that for years, though. I voted, but a DVD popped out of the machine. Kroger's voting box is fucked. I can't wait to tell Trump supporters to respect your new president. Hey, Biden's your president. January 20th, I can't wait to tell him that either. Hey, he's your president. You need to respect him. I can't wait. Oh, he's your president. They love throwing that in your face, didn't they, for the last 4 years? J-Bone, bam. People like Trump because he's not a politician. Oh, sure he's not a politician. Sure. Let me tell you something, Brandon. He's learned plenty over the last 4 years. I think he's become a spectacular politician. Only problem is people just don't like that. People don't like politicians. Trump's a liar, he's a racist, misogynist, pig, egotistical, megalomaniac, and he's not a president anymore, lol. Kelly Smith. Well, he is until January 20th. Adam Benson, it will take years to dig out of the shit pile Trump created. John Combs, Biden does. You thought that Donald Trump cared, John? Really? Yeah, well, you know, fuck your laws, Stormy. They're cannabis, and you shouldn't need a knife to get to your cannabis. Fuck that shit. Trump was the next time use a hacksaw. Trump was the most corrupt president in U.S. history, and ruling with daily chaos is no way to govern. Brandon Chesterfield, Biden already forgot what he's waiting for. BJ Butt says move to Missouri. Michael Askey says Joe's been in office. Trump comes from a silver spoon. Wall Street baby. J-Bone last stretch. It says Randy Zam facts. J-Bone. Nay, New Jersey just went full recreational. Good news. Ryan. Let's call it cannabis. Fuck that word recreational. What do you think about the Oregon move? That's a little weird. But oh well. You know, you're going to legalize all drugs. You're going to legalize all drugs. We'll see what happens. I guess we've never done it before, so we got to see how people respond. You know, they might have a giant meth trade open up in Oregon, and as we all know, with the meth trade comes a lot of other crime. You know, it's not just going to be meth. If there's people cooking meth, there's going to be explosions. There's going to be fires. I mean, where the fuck is the meth supposed to come from? Doesn't meth come up from a methamphetamine lab? I mean, come on, guys. It's fucking crazy. Where's the cocaine going to come from? Cuba? Fucking Bolivia? How do you get the cocaine there? Are you going to make it yourselves? It's very confusing. I don't understand it. There was so many... There's a lot of things I think that people did not think about before they decided to legalize methamphetamine and cocaine. It's fucking crazy. There's going to be so many destroyed lives, man. There's going to be so many... Oh, and let me warn you guys. Once you try meth, you might not be able to quit. Once you try crack, you might not be able to quit. Crack. Oh, I need some more. 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 I need some more. I need some more. I need some more. And it won't fucking stop. If you're like that, man, I'm telling you, it's the stupidest fucking law. So many people that swung because they were so busy. The bosses wouldn't let them off work. They had to postal. Lucas, Kentucky really does sucks. They are so behind on everything. Pay sucks. 90% of people here just vote for Trump because they're uneducated. Lucas. Lol, says Kelly. Luke, do you think gas prices will start to rise again? No, because Joe Biden said nothing fundamentally will change. So I don't think gas prices are going to rise unless manipulation happens. And that could happen. Ask me if I give a shit if gas prices rise again. I don't. I don't give a shit. If that's the price we paid to get rid of Donald Trump, I'll pay more for gas. How did Wisconsin have more votes for Biden than registered voters? It didn't, Brandon. It didn't. So, Brandon, let's just block you from the live stream because you're a fucking liar. Okay, you're blocked. Ish was just asking. He sounds like Trump. Haha, Michael J-Bone. Michael... whining about losing. Bubble Carol 1, Enoch 1, Dave C 1, J-Bone 1, J-Bone 5, Ryan 1, Bubble Carol 5, Dave C 5, Michael Goldsmith 5, Michael Haskey 1, Craig Vennard, I am Enoch, Yone, what's up, son? Chris White 1, Adam Benson 1, Ryan Diaz 5, 5 again for the tears, 555 says Ratchet Side, Terry Gord, Randy Zam. Trump is refusing to admit he lost because once he steps down, he can be prosecuted for his crimes. Oh, dude, if Donald Trump goes to jail, I will laugh. I will dance and dance and dance. We are totally dancing today, though. Michael Goldsmith says neither. Michael Haskey says high five. Trumpeters don't know how good it's going to get for them. Biden will fix the world. Jack on Rebel. Jack and I Rebel. 420. Enoch 5. Brian, not only does he sniff children, but he grabs little girls by their nipples. I guess that's going to be okay for the next years. Yeah, Brian, I'll take a nipple grabber over a pussy grabber. Yeah, it's going to be okay, Brian. You'll be fine. You'll get over it. Better to have a nipple grabber than a pussy grabber. J-Bone meddling. My stock sure the hell have. Karsten Cloud. Hello, J-Bone. Scrooby-Doo. Danny says meddling. Lol. Jack says, I taught my dad Bitcoin it's waste because he spends it all on bear. Renee. Laugh my ass off. Sorry, I love you, but you are wrong. Renee W. Okay, Renee. Kelly. Lugnut. You're fucking wrong, says Kelly. J-Bone. John, be angry, upset for real. Trump is done, right? Yes, Karsten, Trump is done. Trump's gone, Karsten. He's gone. It's going to be Joe Biden now. Randy Zam. Trump supporters love fascism and wanted a dictatorship so bad it proves they're traitors to USA. Randy Zam, well said again. Yes, I agree. Pass around the John tears. I need to make tea, lol. Danny. BJ. Honeydew in the early morning sun. 45 lies. Bye-bye to lying Trump, says 45 lies. Greg. And they would have gotten away with it if not for those meddling kids. I can't even catch up to the chat to do a bong rip. Isn't this hilarious? I'll do a bong rip when I finish the chat. Replying to Brian, well, I guess this will be ignored. Former creepy porn President Trump. Hey, Nate, I lost it when I made Donald Trump as a fat pig. Put the Michael Jordan crying face on Trump. Way behind comments, I guess. Great show. So far, I'm enjoying Trump. Celebrated for sure. We shall see. That turd is so full of himself. John, I knew more comments coming. Rudy had his pants to start. So does start. He can sabotage presidencies. Cheers, Nate. Bye, Trump. Breaking Bad. Yo. Looks like I'm part of the 49% at this point. In 2020, I could care less who won. Just everything to be back on some form of normalcy. Both were disaster choices, in my opinion. Meth came originally from Europe. I agree. Fuck all drugs. They're just decriminalizing. Look at Portugal. Trump. You're fired. Meth has 90 relapse rate. Don't try hard drugs. I've done meth. The world is fucked. Did Georgia go blue? Yes, it did. Gas is cheap now. Replying to Mike Meyer. What worked? They got high. One. Stukes. I don't like that law neither. Biden wants to cut all each other. Blah, blah. Carson. Agree. J-Bone. Good morning. Billy. How's Biden going to fix? Fuck. You need pedo supporter. Fuck. You nay pedo supporter. Brian Wallace just called me a pedophile supporter, everybody. Really? Brian Wallace, I'm blocking you from my live stream. All right, I don't support pedophilia. I said better a nipple grabber than a pussy grabber. I've never seen Joe Biden grab a child by their nipples before. I think you're a fat fucking liar, and now you're blocked from my live stream because you couldn't keep your fat cunt mouth shut. And I knew there were going to be some Trump cunts like you that were going to end up getting blocked because you guys don't think clearly enough to know how to navigate through something as easily as my podcast. All you got to do is not lie. And all you got to do is not call me a supporter of pedophilia. All my audience knows that I do not support pedophilia. And I have no problem being explicit about that, especially when somebody accuses me of that just because I'm laughing at the fact that Donald Trump lost. And I'm rubbing it in your face. And throughout the course of that conversation, words got said where I said a pussy grabber is worse than a nipple grabber, which is factually correct. That makes you the fucking liar, you fucking piece of shit. You're the one that brought it up on my live stream, and you're the cunt that's blocked now. Now go cry for fucking 8 years, you little bitch, and don't do it here. We want pure Republican tears. That's my violin for John. Fits between these two fingers. John, what? You are. Morning, Nate. Brian, you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. What a dumb fuck that Brian guy. Clue, Brian. You guys all jumped on Brian. I love it. What? I block him too. Lol. The far right call everyone not a Trump supporter a pedo. They all cunts. QAnon fix. Thank you, Corona Passer. Yeah, I'm a pedo, right? I'm a pedo supporter because I'm against Donald Trump. That makes me a pedophile. Oh my God, I fucking love it. We know this name. We know what you're about. You're raw until not in the nipples or on kids. John Combs says, not if the... John, do you have a video of Joe Biden grabbing a kid by the nipples? Do you have a video, John? You're about that close to being blocked from my live stream, so you better produce the video really quick. You don't have a lot of time. How do these bitches even find your live stream? You guys even smoke cannabis? Unreal. Isaac Lanu. I don't know who you are, Isaac Lanu, but I fucking love you, and I love that comment, and I hope you fucking follow me across all my social media, on all of my YouTube channels, Nays Garden, Nays Garden, Nays Garden, Nays Garden, Nays Garden, Nays Garden, Nays Garden. Sign up for notifications, you get all of them, so you're always here, buddy. I really would love to see you here more often. Billy, there's a documentary on Portugal's drug problems where they were before and after they legalized everything. It worked. Did take years, though. The beginning was a scary sight. Mike Meyer, thanks for sharing that. That's good to know. Facts. Block his hoe ass. Terry Gordy, right on. I don't know who you are, Terry, but I love you too, bro. I'm getting some really good new chatters in here today, and you guys are obviously audience members that you've never chatted to me before, and I'm just so excited to meet you guys. Wow, he's just fucking butthurt. Pure Republican tears are the best. You're hilarious. I never saw Biden doing that. I only saw him sniffing at kids. Yeah, I've seen Biden do some stupid shit, but I've never seen him pull a kid's nipples. But even so, I'd rather see Joe Biden pull on a kid's nipples than listen to Donald Trump say it's okay to grab a woman by her pussy if you're fucking famous. Seriously. Seriously. I see you mean people stop getting arrested. Well, of course. Nay, I don't think you're a pedo. But do you really think Trump grabs girls by the pussy? He would have had his ass sued on CNN, taking point, grab him. But Flip, it doesn't matter if he's ever actually done it. It's not about him actually doing it. It's the fact that he is president of the United States and said the words. Okay, Flip to this, you get it? It's disrespectful to all women. It's disrespectful to all men. Okay? I would have never thought to ever go up to a woman and grab her between her legs. Ever. I've never done it. I've never had the thought. I've never wanted to do it. Donald Trump is a fucking pig for even having that thought. Flip to this, okay? Don't ask me another stupid question again, Flip, or you'll be the next block. I don't like stupid questions, okay? That was stupid as fuck. Let's see the proof. Trump supporters crying and making shit up. I mean, are you guys really having that hard of a time with this? Are you really having that hard? It's like Trump loses. Dude, it's about to happen. They're about to call it.
It keeps going up and up. I suspect it's going to be going up even more dramatically. But tell us where this increase just occurred.
Well, we keep seeing this, and it's the same pattern. This increase happened right here, Delaware County, just to the southwest of the suburban college right around Philadelphia, a place where overall Joe Biden is getting 63% of the vote to 36% for the president. But we'll, as we have seen throughout this pattern, I just want to bring
Where are
this
the
up.
Trump tears? They taste so good. Nate, are you smoking?
County. We have new batch of votes from here, and we've seen this consistently. Here's what happened here. Joe Biden gets 3,523.
Lugnut, I'm going to assume that was a innocent post that you just made. So, Lugnut, I know that you're a Trump supporter, and that's okay. But please, if you talk about cannabis on my live stream, call it cannabis and nothing else. We don't call it weed. And if you did that as a perpetration, I'll block you. But if not, just so you know, dude, those are the rules of the live stream. We call it cannabis in here. If you call it cannabis, I will answer your question. All right, Terry, you're the music guy. Is Trump losing? Trump's lost the election. Donald Trump has lost the election. I've been watching since 2012. Wish I could comment more, but I watch on my Xbox, so I got to pull up YouTube on my phone to comment. Cheers, you're a legend. Isaac, why do you watch on your Xbox? Why don't you watch on a smart device where you can comment like a phone or a computer? They need... I just missed that. They need something. They need to hear the whole story first. Bruh, I've been joined also Biden 2020. I've just joined. Sinner. Thank you, Sinner, IK. Sinneric. Good to see you here, Isaac. Welcome to the chat. Credo Dine. Hi, Credo. Nay, you the truth, bro. You should have your own TV show. Pro Dragon 420. Do you tell people? Do you share it in large groups on Facebook? Do you retweet me all the time? I mean, if you think that, bro, then actions speak very loudly, bro, to me when people do that. So, by all means, promote the fuck out of my show, bro. That's a no-go for us normal people. Nate Trump sees himself as God. Thank you for speaking the truth, Nate. You're welcome, honey. Mike, I'm some more curious about the bill Pelosi is trying to pass, which could be geared to Biden's health. Don't have free speech or you'll get blocked. Smart, you're fucking dumb. Dan Brandt says, don't have free speech or you'll get blocked. Fuck, for someone who's so smart, you're fucking dumb. Don't have free speech or you'll get blocked. What? Lugnut, sorry. Oh no, it's okay, Lugnut. I had a feeling it wasn't intentional. Okay, so since you are sorry, I'll tell you. I haven't smoked yet today. But Dan Bryant, if you seriously have a problem with me asking people to call it cannabis, it's not about free speech, it's about respecting cannabis, okay, Dan? I'm a free speech advocate. But when it comes to cannabis, we have to learn about it, and in order to learn about cannabis, it really helps a lot if we call it that, okay? When you call it weed, pot, dope, marijuana, reefer, ganja, or Mary Jane, or any of the other, pet names you have for cannabis, it never starts a conversation about the history of cannabis, why it got banned in 1937, why William Randolph Hearst invented the word marijuana, which had a Latin sound so he could get it banned from the United States back then. But look, Dan, because we're calling it cannabis, we just had the conversation. Do you understand now? I hope you do. I hope you understand why I ask people to call it cannabis on my live stream. It's absolutely nothing about me controlling you. It's about me showing cannabis the respect that it deserves and teaching people along the way. And asking people to call it cannabis, I have found, is the absolute best way to teach people about it. It really opens up hearts and minds. I hope you agree, Dan. All right, Lugnut says sorry. So I'm going to tell you, Lug, I'm gonna pack a bowl right now, and it's going to be, hey, let's go old school, man, Lugnut. Well, let's do this is Jack Hare. This is new bud from this year. New Jack Hare. I'm all caffeined out. I really need this bong rip. No law regarding cannabis, cyber style. Cheers, everybody. Cannabisism, tisms for all. Donald Trump, you fired. I'm smoking to that. You fired. Fire that son of a bitch. I'm tweeting that. Wow, you guys are really rocking the chat. Thank you so much for all of the chat today. I want to thank everybody that's participating. I am starting to sweat. I am taking my shoes off. Don't have free speech, you'll get blocked. Fuck, for someone who's so smart, you're fucking dumb. Your is spelled Y-O-U-R-E with an apostrophe, Dan Bryant, just for your information, since you're so fucking dumb. I stream off my PS4. Okay, lots of viewers love this. How long am I going to stay invisible? Have you not put me on timeout long enough? Almost a year now, Nate. Doom Chaser 1, still love you, bro. All good. Peace pipe. Doom Chaser, because you come in here and you talk shit. I'm blocking that one too. Dan Bryant. Dan Bryant looks like he just says weed over and over again. Okay, you want to get blocked? Fine. Bye. It's another butthurt Trump supporter. We should take fucking stock of how many butthurt Trump supporters get blocked on my live stream today. Really? You didn't have a problem for the last 4 years, and the day that Donald Trump loses, oh, that's the day that all of a sudden we're not friends anymore? God, people are so transparent. We'll legalize cannabis on a federal level. Billy Bond, he should, but I doubt he will. I mean, he could have used that to win the fucking election, and he didn't. So it tells me he's not going to do it. Right? Don't Donald Trump nearly start a World War III? We need Biden. Like, well, fuck him, John. I hate him still then, Billy. True statement, John. Respect the cannabis. Right, Enoch? Try another page, Corona Pastor, so Nate can see your messages if you're blocked on this page. No, Enoch, I'm going to keep blocking him. He's got issues, man. He'll come in one day and he'll be like, hey, Nate, I love you. I miss you so much, blah, blah, blah. And then he'll fucking freak out and he'll start being a douchebag. And I'll be like, dude, he's like, he's off his meds. He's on his meds. He's off his meds. He's on his meds. I can't regulate that, bro. He's got to stay away. The dealer catches something faster. That's why I say, Lugnut. I thought we had an understanding. I hope you're not trying to troll now, Lugnut. I will block you. Who taught me about cannabis? That's funny because I watch on my TV and do all the talking from my phone. Jack is a great salute. Jack la great salute. Nay, Lugnut. Cheers. You fired. Shut up, Mantis Carson. Cheers, Trendies, dab along. NLRC. I fired before I wait a while. Oh, cheers. Congratulations to the 5 states that went legal. Well, here's my stance on Oregon. If you need to buy used cover, now you're serious. Church is looking good. Billy, you're so funny. Oh my God, he just called you an idiot. Wow, someone deserves to be blocked. I blocked Bryant also. It's a butthurt block party. Get your popcorn ready for Trump's actions and reaction. 3 or 4 so far. I hit 200,000. I'm not here to block Trump supporters. I want to keep you guys. And I want you guys to learn, you know, we can all be friends. Okay? I mean, we had to take your bullshit for the last 4 years. Now you can take our bullshit. You know? It's only fair. Prove to us that you guys are cool. You know, prove to us that you guys are cool, that you guys are worthy of being friends with. Hey, we're all caught up on the chat. I could smoke again. Those are some good claps right there, son. Biden is not a cannabis-forward candidate. He has said cannabis is addictive. He's not smart enough to legalize. Oh man, I got you, son. No sideways asses in the garden. Where are these messages you're reading? Because it says only 4 people in stream. Where are the messages? They're on my page. Right here. Do you not see them? Do you not see these messages right here going across the screen? Naya is one of my favorite gardens. Hi, Beazle. Good morning, says Karsten. Lyman, what's the legality of cannabis in the near future? More legal states. Enjoy the dancing no matter what. Cheers. Good morning, Nay. Billy, morning. Carrie Ann Rando, hi. All right, so here we go with another bong rip. That last one helped me out. I needed it. I was anxious. Can't see you, says Jinmin. Uh-oh. Am I dropping frames? $35. Jinmin always has technical problems. Key race alert.
And Biden's lead is there. You see it, 22,076. He's got 49.8% to Trump's 48.1%. We hadn't received a lot of votes from Nevada lately, but all of a sudden a whole bunch just came in, and Biden's lead has grown to 22,076. 6 electoral votes in Nevada right now. Let's go over to John. Let's go over to John.
Why won't they call it?
It's an important state, and we're watching it very, very closely.
Just fucking call the goddamn thing. It's over. He lost. Donald Trump has lost.
All of a sudden, we have more votes. We think we're up to 91% now. You see that 22,000 vote. And look, that's a modest lead, right? So, well, just as in the other states, when we get these new votes, what do? We look at the trajectory of the race. So let me show you what just happened in Clark County. Joe Biden.
I mean, at what point? No, you're fine, Nay. There's only 3 people in this YouTube stream. Right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Sinnerk. I didn't finish answering it. I broadcast. You see up there where it says 16 out of 16? I broadcast to 16 different channels on the internet all at the same time. So I'm broadcasting to 6 Facebook channels. See that name right there? Ben Shader. It's Ben Shader on Facebook. I'm broadcasting to 5 or 6 YouTube channels, all under the name Nay's Garden on YouTube. I'm broadcasting to Twitch, Nay's Garden. I'm broadcasting to Periscope, Nay's Garden. Or Nays Garden Show, maybe. Nays Garden. They don't call for the marketing dollars. Sorry, I'm listening with the wife making cinnamon applesauce. I find it very suspicious that this race hasn't ended. Lyman, I'm going to tell you why. Okay? I'm going to tell you why the race hasn't ended yet. The CNN can't call the end of the race until the amount of votes coming in is less than the amount of votes it would take to flip the election over. They know what those numbers are, and that's when they call it. We're just waiting for that to happen. It's going to happen. It's the trending is from the mail-in voting. Okay, now, you guys might be saying, oh, it's a scam or blah, blah, blah. No. Donald Trump did this to himself. You know, and this is what's crazy. This is the most ironic part of it all. Donald Trump would have won this election if he had used and reinforced and bolstered and built up the United States Postal Service. But he didn't have enough faith in himself. Didn't have the self-esteem. He didn't believe in himself. So instead, he tried to cheat by subverting the USPS. These are all facts. And the saddest part for you Trump supporters is it was his own fear, the lack of his ability to be a good leader, that resulted in him beating himself. He is literally his own worst enemy. I mean, I say it was COVID and shit that did it, but it really wasn't COVID. There's enough Trump supporters out there that would have voted for him. They've proven it. They certainly would have won. But it was Donald Trump's telling them, don't mail in your ballot. Don't use the USPS. And there had to be millions of people who said, well, he said not to mail it in, and I'm not going to stand out in the fucking COVID line, so I'm not voting this year. I wonder how many millions of people that is. That would be a nice poll to take and find out how many people didn't vote for Donald Trump because he said not to use the USPS, and I'm not going to go wait in a fucking line. I mean, yeah, a lot of Trump supporters went to go wait in a line, but what I'm saying is I think there were a few million that decided not to. And I wonder how many of those 220,000 Americans that died were Republicans. You ever think about that? It's you know, hey man, it's like when you're watching a football game and somebody fumbles the ball and you're watching, it's your team, and they fumble the ball and the other team recovers it and then runs it, the biggest guy on the other team grabs it, right? And some defensive fucking the center picks up the ball and just fucking waltzes it into the end zone. And the game's over. And it was the last 3 seconds of the game. And you're sitting there looking at the TV set, or you're sitting out in the stands, and you're in your mind you're thinking, no, there's got to be, they're gonna make a call, there's gonna be some reprieve, there's no recourse. You know, there's zero recourse. You guys stopped watching the NFL and the NBA on Donald Trump's, recommendation because they were supporting Black Lives Matter. So you stopped watching sports. You forgot how sports works. It's definitive. When you lose, you lose. And the most unattractive thing at the end of a sports game is a sore fucking loser. So I want to thank all of you that are here that are Trump supporters, that voted for Donald Trump, or that supported the vote for Donald Trump, that are still here, that can be my friends. Because I want you to know I love you guys. And I'm not mad at you. You voted your conscience and you did what you thought was right. And I just want you all to know I did not vote in this election. Here is my ballot. I haven't even opened it. This is my fucking ballot. I refuse to take part in this fucking system. It's broken. And by broken, that means it's unfixable. It's like when you have a bong and you drop it on the ground and it shatters into a million pieces, and you look at it on the ground and you think, I know a glass artist. You don't fucking think that. You know, if you crack your bong, you think that. If you break the down stem, you think that. If you get a chip in it, you think that. But when it falls on the ground and shatters into a million pieces, finds that there's something funny going on with the election. Even with a difference of 4 million votes, he has still convinced them that those are all fake votes. H.A. Goodman is literally telling his audience that Donald Trump, not only are those fake votes, but Donald Trump won the election. H.A. Goodman was on his show this morning saying there's somebody who's found 3,000 fake votes. They've uncovered 3,000 fake votes. H.A. Goodman. It's 4 million, H.A. Goodman. So good job on finding the 3,000. 3,000 of 4 million.
According to percentage calculator, 3,000 is what percent of 4 million?
0.08%. Okay, so you found supposedly you found 0.08%. That's great. You found a grain of sand on the beach. Can you find another grain of sand? What does it take to shatter that Trump helmet and the Trump goggles? Yeah, I didn't realize that Trump was selling helmets and goggles to his fans as well, to his supporters. I did not realize this. But it's like they've literally got helmets and goggles over covering their ears, everything, and and inside all they see is Donald Trump saying, it's phony, it's fake, it's a fake election, it's a phony election, it's phony election. I'm just retweeting Ron Placone because he tweeted. That is what you should do to me. Oh, I tweeted something? Retweet it. Boom. Like it. Retweet it. Boom. Try to be the first one to do it. Well done, Mr. Goodman. Apparently zombies are voting in my state. I love it. I go Twitter. So, yeah, I'm really concerned, though, because what H.A. Goodman is telling his audience is really unhealthy. It's not just unhealthy for him, but it's unhealthy for his audience. You know, for one thing, he's lying. And but you know, wait. H.A. Goodman's audience has basically totally gone total full Trump support. So I take that back. He's basically just giving them red meat. You know, people like me who used to watch H.A. Goodman, we don't anymore. We ignore him. And I understand why. You know, he sits there and literally lies. His views are, I mean, he's got very narrow tunnel vision. You know? Well, now we all have to bind together and fight Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, I'm sure. And I'll be the first person to fucking speak out against them. But don't think I'm ever going to support like a Donald Trump Jr. to fucking take his place.
The other leads in Georgia, he's ahead 1,585. Nevada, 22,076. And Arizona, 43,779. And again, more votes still are being counted. Votes,
he's losing his voice.
Have yet to be counted. We're getting some further responses from a couple of senators. Lindsey Graham on a Zoom call, according to Armando Raju, said that it's incumbent on Trump's team to deal with specific instances of voter irregularities. He said that he had spoken to the Trump team today and expects more of these, of whatever cases they have, to be detailed in the next 48 hours. Also, Senator Roy Blunt of Missouri said you can't stop the count in
That's
one
hilarious,
state
Danny.
decide you want the count to continue in another state. That might be how you'd like to see the system work.
Quarter of the hour, cannabis tisms for all, cyber style. Cheers, everybody.
Widespread voter fraud, and quote, I think you have to look at the margin, the candidates.
It's I mean, it's pretty much what I've been saying here, and I think that, as I said last night, I think that's what most Republicans are going to end up. We're going to come down. I mean, that there is concern and widespread belief out there that there were a lot of sketchy things going on. And we pointed out to one of them, which I can tell you, in the state of Pennsylvania. The state party, the state legislature, they're very, very concerned about how the secretary went out and violated the Pennsylvania Supreme Court's order, violated the Pennsylvania law, and
and what? Spit it out.
instructed counties to cure
And discount them.
ballots that came in that were defective. Under Pennsylvania law, you can't do that. Many other states you can,
So
but in
discount
Pennsylvania
them.
you can't. And there's no procedure in the statute to do so. And
You want fucking Pennsylvania? Take Pennsylvania, mother. How many votes? Pennsylvania, 8,867. How many votes did she cure?
so for her to go out and say to Montgomery County, which is a suburban Philadelphia county, yeah, you could contact.
Do whatever you want. Isn't this fucking so hypocritical and hilarious to watch? To watch this guy cry. Here, I'll make it a little bigger so you guys can down his
So
cheeks.
people, I can tell you,
His
people can say
waxy
hot.
cheeks.
If this race is 100,000 votes, well, they're not 100,000 cured ballots that you'd worry about. But if this race stays at this level,
Hey,
I
Sharp.
don't think it will.
What's up, buddy?
No, but if it does, then you've got real concern. You say, how could fraud have had an impact? The answer is
This fucking goddamn computer, my goddamn connection, my goddamn
the
everything.
actions of the Secretary of State could have an impact to prejudice the elections. Yes.
And John,
Here, let me see if I can hit it.
he was saying it could be
With my-
in the neighborhood of 40 or 50,000 a lead. Again, the votes have.
That's why we're.
Well, there's also Donald Trump, who
Here we go.
tweeted 11 minutes ago, with the attack by the radical left Dems on the Republican Senate, the presidency becomes even more important. And that's his message back to them.
Yeah.
So, we'll see how it goes. Look, I appreciate exactly where you're coming from, and I hope that he responds. But again, I've said this before. I don't think that he is not someone who cares that much about institutions, including, and you can disagree with me, but I think, including the Republican Party, I think he puts himself first. And right now, his priority is Donald Trump. And the question is, you said the other day, you know, he loves this country.
I do too, and I just think part of the reason that this is an important conversation is that, you know, democracies are fragile.
Fuck you,
Democracies
man.
trust in the process or whatever. You don't want to be in that country. It is hard to put this toothpaste back in the tube.
Shut
Once
up.
you have tens of millions of people on both sides who just no longer respect the system. We are very lucky here that we've had 200 years of this stuff to get it right. And as sick as it is at the top, at the bottom, people are acting right, on the whole. But it's starting to get hot. You're starting to see these bubbles coming up on both sides as people are seeing this tug of war happen. And what you're describing is a tug of war at the top of the Republican Party. You've got some bitter enders who seem to be willing to burn the house down, and other Republicans say, hey, can we calm down and get ready for a transition? How that thing plays out at the top is having an impact at the street level. And at the street level, this weekend could get rough if we don't have to get more signals that we're headed toward a normal transition.
And I think it's all a matter of doing what Rick Santorum says should be done, which is in some way they have to convince the president that he was a success and not a failure.
But that's not bad. But hold on a second.
That's okay.
But listen, giving him an honorable way out
Exactly.
is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Look, everybody gave Hillary Clinton that 24 hours that she needed to get herself together. Again, I think Hillary Clinton legitimately needed that moment. She doesn't have a history of going and doing bad stuff. But I think what we got to do as a country, let's create an off-ramp, give him his roses, and let him move on. And then we still got to clear the deck for Biden to be able to govern. Don't forget, the big game here is we got to put a new team in that building, and they've got every problem in the world. So it's easy right now to kind of let's get it all stirred up. Guys, we got people dying right now across the country, people who don't have jobs, people who are standing in line for food. Can we just get past this moment of crisis and get back together as a country to solve real problems? I think that's what we got to try to
I think the most important thing, Donald Trump, first of all, it will matter what the margins are here, and it will matter if these 4 states come in and Biden wins all of them, and he, now Georgia we won't know for some time. I think it's close enough that we're going to have to wait for a runoff. They've already announced that not a runoff, but a recount. They've already announced that, but you know, it may well be that he ends up with the same exact margin that Donald Trump had 4 years ago and called a landslide. He's going to win by far more votes than Hillary Clinton did in the popular vote. And hopefully, you know, that will send a message. But the most important thing right now is not, to Van's point, for the President of the United States not to send coded messages to people on who believe in him and who believed in all their heart that there was no way that he could lose except if it was rigged, because that's what that's what he told them, and now believe that somehow they have to take action because that's what we want to avoid.
Yeah.
I understand all that, but you know, you're in politics and there's a winner and there's a loser. That's the way it is in politics. I'm sorry.
Right?
You get into that arena.
Didn't I just
and
say that about
this,
sports?
Rick knows this, that you win or you lose.
Well
I understand the notion
Gloria
that people
Pucha.
are trying to
Well said, Gloria.
sort of communicate with the president and say, okay, let's give him a graceful
She's
exit
watching
should
me
he
on her
lose.
smartphone
But
and parroting my
he
points.
ran for president and he lost. If he, let's just say if he loses, he's got to accept that because he's in that arena and there's only one of 2 outcomes.
Right.
And so I understand giving him the space and all the rest of it, but come on,
It's not,
run for president.
I would also say it's not just him. I mean, you know, Dan and I get at it here, and one of the reasons that you see this election be as hot as it was is because both sides have convinced themselves that this is the other is an
Donald Trump's a
existential
loser,
threat.
says Joe
How many
Scarborough.
times did you hear Democrats say this is Joe Biden? This is an Donald Trump and what he's authoritarianism and fascism, and then ours socialism and communism. So to say, okay, you know, we have a really close election, let's move on. That's a hard step for people to sort of go with. It would have been a hard step for the left to go over with, and I don't think it's fair for the winners to say, well, you know, it's an institution. Let's just move on.
I think I agree.
It's a time.
Dan, shut up.
I can tell you, a lot of people are on edge. Dana's right. A lot of people are on edge. They want to fight because they think this is an existential threat, and that we need to fight this battle until we're sure. margins will matter and evidence will matter. And that's what we have to wait for. And let's not push it too fast.
I understand that. The margin, particularly in Pennsylvania, will matter. The two men at the top need to behave well. That is what I am saying. I didn't like that tweet we were talking about earlier from the Biden campaign. I did not like that. But Joe Biden, when he has spoken about this, has been very correct, bipartisan. You know,
well, one's a conventional politician, one is not.
Well, that's the point. But that is exactly the point.
I get it.
That's the point. Hillary Clinton, we talked about this earlier. Hillary Clinton, believe me, she felt as aggrieved 4 years ago as Donald Trump does now, and she had some justification. And
Daniel's like,
she believed in the institution, and she did what was. And I don't know. You said 24 hours. I hear you on that. But what I hear you talk, and I admire you for the way you're talking about this. But it should not be a hostage drama to get the president to acknowledge what is manifestly clear.
So here would be another message to the president. Do you think Hillary Clinton's grievance that she's carried for the last 4 years has been a good look for her, and that she's held her in high regard in the country? And so holding a grievance or a grudge and feeling like you were cheated and sort of complaining about that, which
you think that would work with Donald Trump? Holding a grievance is not a good thing. Huh?
Just I'm not saying it to Donald Trump, but I'm saying it to Trump people. That you think if that's a good look, if you think that's been a good look for her or for the country, it's not a good look for us or for Donald Trump, is my point.
Our coverage continues in a moment.
The election suspense intensifies as we wait to see if Joe Biden locks up the presidency in the hours and perhaps even the minutes ahead. I'm Wolf Blitzer. The former vice president is on the brink of a victory over President Trump as his lead in crucial Pennsylvania grows wider. We're monitoring the vote counting in Pennsylvania and standing by for new results that potentially could be decisive. The presidency is now coming down to Pennsylvania, as well as Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada. They are all battlegrounds where Biden is leading. He just widened his advantage in Nevada. If Biden wins Pennsylvania or two of those other states, he would climb above the 253 electoral votes he has now and reach the winning number of 270. Trump trails with 213. And although he's made some
it's not bad. I don't mind the delay. We can see what's going on, and we can hear it totally smooth.
Let's get a key race alert right now. Let's take a look at Nevada right now. Trump's lead in Nevada, Biden's lead in Nevada increases a bit.
The video's running smooth right now. I could switch audio. Check this out.
With 92% of the estimated vote in. He's got 49.8% to Trump's 48.1%, 6 electoral votes in Nevada.
Here, wait. Okay, I just gotta click the right button.
779, 50% for Biden.
There you go.
48.6% for Trump. 93% of the estimated vote in Arizona is in. In the critically important battleground state of Pennsylvania, the most electoral votes at stake right now, 20. Biden maintains his lead, 8,867. A little bit less than it was a little while ago, but it's still 8,867. He's got 49.4% to 49.3%. 95% of the estimated vote in Pennsylvania is in. In Georgia right now, almost all of the votes are in. 99% of the vote is in. Biden maintains a lead of 1,000.
What happened, A.J. Goodman?
Votes.
What happened, A.J. Goodman? I thought you told me Georgia would never go blue.
4%. Let's go to Pamela Brown over at the voting desk.
I told you, man. I fucking told you, A.J. Goodman. You ignored me.
Right. Well, we were headed
You fucking ignored me.
Georgia. In fact, just moments ago, the Secretary of State in Georgia said they're looking at the next steps. The Secretary of State said, quote, with a margin that small, there will be a recount in Georgia. Here is what this entails. If you take a look here, there is no automatic recount in Georgia. Candidates can recount, though, if the margin was in 0.5%. as it stands now, it is within that margin, but we should note today is the deadline for outstanding overseas ballots.
I think I clicked the wrong button.
There's up to 9,000 that still haven't been returned at last check. We don't know the provisional count, and today is also the deadline for the cured ballots. So that is factoring into all of this. Also, the superintendent may recount or recanvass if it appears there's an error, but Georgia officials say they have no evidence of errors, irregularities. But we do know the Trump campaign has made clear to them they want to recount, and it appears that is where this is heading according to the Secretary of State. So the question then is, when would that happen? It is possible for it to happen before recertification. Certification deadline is November 20th. It could be as late as November 24th. But we just heard the Georgia officials say they want certification.
I'm going to get my music ready to dance my dance.
The deadline is. And what it would entail for a recount in Georgia, it would entail ballot scanners they would use to put those ballots back through the scanners unless those ballots are defective. This is a process that would be overseen by superintendent. So it looks like there, Wolf, and that is where we're headed.
Got my playlist up.
Thanks very much, Pamela.
Got my music playlist up.
Very interesting that in Georgia there's a Republican Secretary of State who's in overall charge, as well as a Republican.
They're about to call it any minute, guys.
And if they do this recount and it comes back basically the same, there's not much that Trump is going to be able to do about that.
Right, and remember the governor himself, Brian Kemp, is the former Secretary of State. He was the Secretary of State when he ran for governor, a hotly contested race. Democrats are still grumbling about the vote counting in that race. So Governor Kemp knows the eyes of the nation and the world will be on him. The question is Georgia decisive in the sense that if Joe Biden continues on the path he is on, he will have 270 plus, and this will be very important to get the final outcome of the race, but it is quite possible it does not determine the winner of the race. It's just sort of in limbo as you go. But you can understand this, whatever your partisan leanings at home. Are you looking at, 1,500 votes right now, more votes to come in. We expect that lead to actually grow for Joe Biden a little bit. There's not that many more votes to come in, but they are mostly from Democratic strongholds. So anticipate that lead grows a little bit more, but you see 49.4 to 49.4, well within reason for anybody to think, let's take a look at this. And Wolf, you look at the presidential race here, there's
of course, it's like blah, blah, say it, Trump lost.
But this one right
here, Carson, Trump lost.
Could be incredibly significant. First, we have to get to the final vote total. But if David Perdue is under 50%, you have a runoff in that race. That's the way Georgia state law works. So a recount here could be incredibly consequential, not just to determine who finally gets Georgia's electoral votes in the presidential race. It could have a dramatic impact on state politics as well. So let's see where we are at the end of the day. You just heard what Pam said there. Actually encouraging, if they can, the state wants to move up certification process if they're comfortable that they can do that, so they can get about the business of a recall sooner. So you're seeing there, as you noted, a Republican governor, a Republican Secretary of State trying to move the process along.
All right, we've got another key race alert right now.
Key race alert!
Biden's lead just went up a bit. He now has a lead of 9,746 over Donald Trump, 49.4% to 49.3%. Still close, but it's approaching 10,000 right now. Biden's lead over Trump, 20 electoral votes. That's really the most important right now. Pennsylvania.
Right, and so you're watching this play out. These new votes, I'm told, just came in from Bucks County. So you come down here in the Philadelphia area, you move up just to the north of Philadelphia, you see that one of the suburban collar counties around Philadelphia, this one the more competitive, you see overall 51 to 47 votes came in here, and as you noted, Joe Biden just stretched out his lead a little bit. A short time earlier, Wolf, up here in the northern part of the state, in this county, Tioga County, President Trump actually picked up a few votes, a very modest number of votes. They counted several hundred votes, and the president picked up a little bit, just a tiny bit, 100 or so votes on Joe Biden there. So you saw in one of these counties, we've been saying consistently, even in the Republican counties, when we get these mail ballots, that Joe Biden has been gaining. Instead, in that one, there was a very modest gain for the president, but a lot more people live down here in Bucks County, and every time we have seen the votes come in Philadelphia and the suburbs around it, Joe Biden builds his lead.
So in Pennsylvania, the lead for Biden over Trump now is 9,746. Right. Let's take a look at how that increased right now. We've got the numbers if you want to put them up on the screen. This is coming in from Bucks County right now. So Biden just picked up 2,617 votes. Trump picked up, let's erase that. Yeah.
Sure, you got it.
All right. Biden picked up 1,732.
Biden, 1,732. Okay.
I just want to make, and Trump picked up 853. There were a total of 2,617 votes. So Biden got 1,732, Trump got 853, Biden got 66% of the vote in Bucks County with this latest batch.
And again, so you just look at this number in the sense that Donald Trump is behind right now, right? That's
It's all
Bucks
dance.
County. Donald Trump is behind. Let me pull it out to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the full vote here, and you see, 9,746. You're close at 49.3, but you're trailing. So every time new votes come in, you have to get more, and yet almost every time new votes come in, it is Joe Biden not only getting more, but getting 2/3 of the vote. So Joe Biden, that's not a giant lead in a state that is so big. You see the total votes count, 3.3 million, almost 3.29 million. This is a very competitive race, but the overall trend, with that one tiny exception in one of the Republican counties to the north, has been we get new votes. Joe Biden is not only winning, meaning building his lead, but that lopsided advantage makes it harder and harder, more difficult by the vote count for Donald Trump to catch up. And again, the final margin is going to be important. We just mentioned a recount in Georgia. The president's aides are going to look at that, whether talking about asking for a recount, whether they want to mount legal challenges.
Hey,
the final number in Pennsylvania is going to matter. But what matters most at the moment right now, Wolf, is that it is blue, because that one alone is enough to make Joe Biden the president-elect of the United States.
Those 20 electoral votes are critical. Kate Baldwin's in Philadelphia for us. She's getting more information. What are you learning, Kate?
Hey there, Wolf. So we're standing by for a press conference that should be coming up in the next 30 minutes. This will be the first press conference of the city election officials that have been running this count in the convention center behind me. This will be the first time that we've gotten a press conference, a briefing update from them since Wednesday. I'm told we're going to be hearing an update on what is still outstanding, what is left to be counted, and hopefully how long it will take. But it is not clear if they will be offering an update on numbers, an update on any additional count that has been finished in this process of finishing up the ballots. We do know from sources that the process here has slowed, and here's why. The 25,000 ballots that are outstanding still to be counted include ballots that have issues, things like signature issues or date issues. It requires review, and that takes longer because it requires a second look. Let me know if you can't hear me, because there's an ambulance going by right now. Well, it should hopefully be passed in 1 second. And we're back.
And we're back.
We are also told is that the mail-in ballots that have come in post-election day, they're not included in this process right now. They are still shrink-wrapped, as it is described to me, and being held securely, separately from what's going on right now. But we should be getting some more information in just a few minutes. We'll 12:30 press conference scheduled right here.
In about 20 minutes or so. All right, Kate, we'll get back to you as well. So, John, you were telling us about Pennsylvania right now. 20 votes at stake, electoral votes. If Biden wins that one state, forget about all the other states. If he wins that one state, he's the president.
Right, and we're going to keep counting the votes in those other states. Arizona and Nevada, we're still counting. Georgia, again, is likely to be a recount. Will be a recount in Georgia, so we might not know the final allocation of the Electoral College votes. But if Joe Biden holds on to this, he is president-elect. He would have 273 just with Pennsylvania alone. And Kate just went through the math. We'll see if we get new numbers out of Philadelphia, but we know a good deal, 20,000, I believe she just said, 20,000 of the outstanding votes are still here. Your eyes tell you the story right here. But Joe Biden is getting 80% plus, and the last batch of votes, in the mail-in votes we got out of Philadelphia, was 89%. So Joe Biden is not worried about the leftover votes here. He knows he's going to increase his lead, and that's the problem for President Trump. More votes there, and again, 37,000 votes out here in Pittsburgh. Joe Biden won't get them all, of course, but you already see he's getting close to 60% already in Allegheny County. And in these mail-in ballots, we'll see if it changes, but in these mail-in ballots, he has consistently been getting in the mail-in ballots a higher percentage, sometimes a much higher percentage than he is winning county-wide, because the overall totals include the president's big election day turnout. So if you go through the counties and where the votes are missing here, I said we had a very modest increase for the president, about 160 votes in one small county, but everything else we've seen, not just, again, 37,000 votes out here in Pittsburgh. Joe Biden won't get them all, of course, but you already see he's getting close to 60% already in Allegheny County. And in these mail-in ballots, we'll see if it changes, but in these mail-in ballots, he has consistently been getting in the mail-in ballots a higher percentage, sometimes a much higher percentage than he is winning county-wide, because the overall totals include the president's big election day turnout. So if you go through the counties and where the votes are missing here, I said we had a very modest increase for the president, about 160 votes in one small county. But everything else we've seen, not just today, but yesterday as well, these vote batches come in and Biden builds. Again, it's a modest lead with the votes out based on the percentages he has been getting. You know, you can project out maybe 40,000. Some people in Pennsylvania think even higher than 50,000 will be the ultimate end of it. We will see that at the end of the day, and that final number, again, is incredibly significant if you're thinking about recount or challenges. When you stretch a number like that, even in a big state like this, 3.3 million votes, 3.29 million votes, you start getting above 10, then above 15, then above 20. You know, history tells you that's a number that's most unlikely to be overturned. They may find, you know, 12 votes here or 12 votes there that were tabulated wrong, but once you get above 10,000, it gets almost impossible.
That's the history of that we're all pretty familiar with. Brian Todd is joining us from Pittsburgh right now in Allegheny County. That's the second largest county in Pennsylvania. Brian, what are you picking up?
Well, we're excited to be here because of the access that we're getting. You know, in this period after the election, when questions about transparency, questions about the access that observers are going to have to the vote counting are coming up in all of these states that have not been called yet. Well, we're getting a first-hand look very close to the vote counting. We're here at the elections warehouse in Pittsburgh, Allegheny County,
yeah,
crucial county.
He did, Coach Chillin, accepted. Joe Biden's the new president of the United States and Donald Trump lost.
These people are doing, they're going through these bins.
What you're looking at is the final statement Eileen Wuornos made. She was allowed to make a statement, and there was really no time limit on it. This didn't take her 30 seconds. And to read it to you, quote, I'd just like to say I'm sailing with the rock, and I'll be back, like Independence Day, with Jesus, June 6th,
we're going to be getting an update on these numbers, by the way, probably within the next hour and a half or so.
I'll be back.
What's the numbers the damage balance here. We're talking about access to these are the numbers that we're damage balance. Who are doing an incredible job. Brian Todd, thank you very much. So just to recap, John, 9,746 vote lead that Biden has in Pennsylvania right now, and we're told about 95% of the vote is in, so there's still thousands of votes outstanding.
Right, and as Brian just noted, 30,000 plus of them are in Allegheny County.
I'm calling
and again, your eyes can tell you, Joe Biden is getting close to 60% of the vote here. He has traditionally been getting even in excess of that in these mail-in ballots, so you can anticipate if Joe Biden has 35,000 ballots, and Joe Biden even gets 60% of them, he's going to add to his lead, obviously. And that's the biggest chunk of ballots that are still outstanding. You see 9,746. Our math tells you, in the last 24 hours, tells you that lead is likely to grow. The question is how many? And to Brian's point, being in that room, again, at a time when there's a lot of heated rhetoric, both from the podium at the White House and the President of the United States and on social media, a lot of it from the President and his allies, what you just saw there, I've been in those rooms before. If a Democrat and a Republican standing behind somebody, those are damaged ballots. Sometimes, you're filling out the little circle, you don't get it filled all the way in. So that worker holds it up and says, see, I think this is a vote for Wolf Blitzer. They both look at it and they say, okay, you just didn't finish filling in the circle. Or it's creased in a way that the machine won't read it. The worker holds it up and says, I'm going to call this a vote for Wolf Blitzer. They both look at it. There's any doubt one of them says, I object, and they take it over and they look at it and they talk about it. That's how the process works in every election all across America. Two people standing right there looking at it. So when you hear people saying there's no transparency, there's people doctoring ballots, if they have any evidence of that, we have things called courts. But what you just saw there,
all the reporters,
right? In close states, in states the president is winning, in states the president is losing. That's the way it works, and it is refreshing to see it. Brian's right.
And you and I covered in 2000 Bush v. Gore. We remember the hanging chads, as we all remember, that were coming in from Palm Beach County. And I don't know, what were you saying? Oh, this is Pittsburgh, right? You can see some of the other. I remember the hanging chads. It took more than 30 days for them to determine who won Florida, and that was the decisive moment. And it did go all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Just at the mention of hanging chads, it's years of therapy down the drain, right there, Wolf. Look, that was 537 votes in the state of Florida. We thought we would never have anything like that. Let's hope that we do not. But again, if anyone has a legitimate complaint, whether it's a race for dog catcher or a race for president, make your case. But don't stand and say things, and then you see pictures like that of honest, hardworking Americans. Who knows what party they belong to? Counting votes. It's a great thing.
There's nothing wrong with counting votes. The president said they all have to be done by election day. You can't wait. You can't count anything after election day. That's totally unacceptable.
Right. Well, the reason the president is mad, though, is because a lead that was once, go back in time, over 600,000 votes, because they counted the election day votes first, and the president dominated that. The president ran a good campaign in Pennsylvania. The president got 3.2 million votes and counting in Pennsylvania. More votes than the president received 4 years ago when he won the state. The problem in Pennsylvania is not that the president turned out his vote. If you're President Trump, your quote-unquote problem is that the other guy got more votes. In America, we don't call it a problem. We call it democracy. And right now, he's winning. Joe Biden is winning. Math. Simple, and we'll see where it goes from here. But again, as we're having this conversation, there's a civics lesson for some people who've never seen those recount rooms or those ballot rooms like that. That is blue. That is blue going to a recount of blue. Nevada and Arizona, both of those have come down a little smidgen in the count today, but he's still leading all of them. But if he gets this one right here, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, that's 273, and the rest again. If he can build more, it gives it that. The question is that. Then the question for these is more when Joe Biden speaks. How much more political power does it give him? How much more leverage? How much more? The question of a mandate will be
Dude, you are the best fucking caller of all time. I do this on the internet, and people hang up instantly. And you, my friend, you have stayed longer than any person ever has. I am so impressed. I really like you a lot. Is that all right? Can I say that?
Yes.
And I want to be the first person to tell you that Joe Biden is the new president of the United States. Donald Trump is fired. Does that make you happy or sad?
Happy.
Yeah, me too! Me too! Donald Trump, you're fired! You're fired! Go play some golf. You know, jeez, he's so disrespectful.
Yes.
Do you want to? Would you like to see this on the internet? You want to tell? You want me to tell you what channel it is? It. Come on, it's Nays Garden, bro. NaysGarden.com. Nays Garden on YouTube.
Okay, I'll check it out.
NAYS. Cool. You, bro, you win. You're the winner. So thank you.
Okay.
Okay, you too. Take care. Bye. That was fucking, bro. He kept going, more, please, longer, more. It was so fun. I was like, oh my god, I gotta get this guy on speakerphone. He was so fucking funny, man. He's like, ah! I couldn't keep doing it. He was so fucking cool, man. That was a lot of fun, man. Hey, if you guys enjoyed that, press number 9. If you enjoyed that little bit, press number 9. If you enjoyed my dance, press number 8. Hey, David C. Baker Jr., bro, Donald Trump is fired. He's fired. Donald Trump is fired. Does that make you happy? Donald Trump is fired. Donald Trump, you're fired. Donald Trump, you're fired. You're fired. You're fired. Hey, Donald Trump, you're fired. I want another splish at Covfefe. What do you say, people? Are you down? Let us get some Covfefe. Let us get some like more. That guy was the best, man. Oh my god. So I think every time someone calls that, just yodel and see how long they'll stay on for. Let's go there and 5, 25, 25, 50, quarter, 2, 50, quarter, 5, 5, 50, quarter, 50, quarter, 1, come on. Let's go 3 and 50, quarter, 20, 2, and 50, 8, 5, 5, 50, quarter, 2, 50, quarter, 1, come on, people. 3 and 50, quarter, 2. Here, folks on the floor, let's get that bit of $5. Oh, we got $5, let's go. Here it goes. 2 and 50, quarter, 5, 5, and 50, quarter, 2, let's go. Hey, we got 5 on the floor, come on. Oh, now we got 10. 10 and 50, quarter, 5, 5, we got for 15. Looking for 15, 5 and 15, quarter, 10, 10 and 15, quarter, 5, 5, and 15. We got 20 on the floor. 20 and 15, quarter, 2, and 15, quarter, 5, 5, and 15, quarter, 1, 10. 10 and 15, quarter, 27. 27 and 50, quarter, 5, 5, 50, quarter, 5, 5, 50, quarter, 1, 50, quarter, 2, 50, quarter, 5. Come on, people, let's go. 3 and 50, quarter, 2, and 50, quarter, 5, 5, 50, quarter, 2, and 50, quarter, come on, people, let's go. Come on, people on the floor. What you got for me? We got 30 on the floor. Come on, people. Sold to Doc. Okay, Doc. Sold. Put a little cream in the coffee. What? What? A little cream in the coffee. What? What? Put a little cream in the coffee. What? Give that a little stir. What? 5 and 15 coffee in my cup. Got some coffee in my mug, gonna go. Got some coffee, gonna drink it down. Drink some coffee, 5 and 15 coffee, 2 and 15 drinking coffee, mug some coffee, 5 and Keurig 2.0. 2 and a 0.05 Keurig and a 15 coffee, 5. Colombian coffee is my favorite kind of coffee, 5 and 15 quarter 2. Got that dark roast 3, 5 and 15 dark roast 5. Coffee in a 5, 10, 15 Covfefe. Covfefe 2, 2 and a 15 quarter 5, 5 and 15 quarter Covfefe 5. 5 and a coffee 5. We got coffee and a little doggy on the couch. Little doggy on the couch. Little doggy sitting right here. Little doggy named Rogie. You also call him Little Doggy. Little doggy, Little Rogan. We also call him Little Basil. What do we call you, Basil? Little Beazle, 15 and 15 quarter 5, 5 and a Beazle 5, 5 and 15 quarter Rogan, 2 and a 15 quarter Beazle 5, and a Piglet. Piglet and a Beazle and a 15 quarter 5, 5 and a Rogan 5 and a 15 quarter Beazle and a 15 quarter Mug. Mug and a lovely mug and a spy spam caller 5, 5 and a 15 quarter Sup. Soul Trumps Pink Slip 5, 5 and a teacher school. School with him, Billy yelling from another room, and it made me walk 100 feet to see what the matter. 5 and 15 quarter 2 and a 15 quarter 10. 10 and 15 quarter 5, 5 and 15 quarter 1. Got a mug right here in my sip. Just chilling. Cause chilling. How did you like my response to you when you said he hasn't lost yet? Man, I want a short of. I don't think I've ever owned a bottle of champagne in my life. 3 and a 15 quarter 2 and a 15 quarter 5, 5 and a 15 quarter 10. I wonder how homie's doing with my guitars, man. Maybe I should text him. He might be like, dude, these guitars are all fucking fucked. I can't fix any of them. I didn't know how to tell you. What else do you got? White House towels. Dude, are they gonna announce this shit yet? It's breaking news. We're on CNN with some breaking news. 5 and a 15 quarter, 5 and a 15 quarter, 10, 10 and a 15 quarter, 2, 2 and a 15 quarter, 21, 2 and a 15 quarter, 10, 10 and a 15 quarter, 5, 5 and a 15 quarter, 10.
Let's go to Jeff Zeleny right now, who's covering the Biden campaign.
Jeff Zeleny on covering the Biden campaign on a 15, 2, 2 and a 15 quarter, 1, 5 and a 15 quarter, 10. Hey, come on, Jeff.
Some news?
What you got for news? Best plans are being made. 2 and a 15 quarter, 10 plans are being made.
For Joe Biden to deliver an address to the nation tonight during prime time. We're not exactly sure what.
COVID, 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 COVID.
During prime time, but those are the plans being made at this hour. Of course, much of that depends upon how this.
God, this fucking coffee in this fucking mug, and it makes it perfect. I love this mug. I love it. Oh, it's so perfect. You guys think that's weird that I'm forming a relationship with my mug? I love this mug, man. Don't judge me. And it's got this texture on it too, look.
Race goes, how the counting goes in Philadelphia. I can tell you all eyes inside the Biden campaign, and indeed most.
It's rough, but it's all smooth on the
inside. Likely by the former vice president like himself are on these counts.
And then it's rough.
For things today, looking forward to the transition and other things. Should that be how this develops? But we
Toyga, baby, I'm a Toyga.
Do know that at least plans are being made for a speech tonight in prime time. And the stage behind me that you've seen all week. There's
the big news.
Significant more activity happening here in the last few hours or so. Higher.
Here, I got you guys. Now we have to put up with this for the next fucking 8 years until this motherfucker croaks. But, fucking child sniffer. Here we go. Biden's giving a speech. You're welcome. That's the news. Biden's going to be giving a speech. You're welcome. We don't have to sit and listen about it for 20 minutes. Fucking Mr. Goddamn sniffing his own farts over there. Guys go over there going like, Biden will be giving a speech. Here, right here where I'm standing, we're looking at the place where Biden will be. And his speech will be given tonight by Joe Biden. He will be here, you know, the president inductee, what do they call it? The president something. Interim President Biden will be here to give a speech tonight. And well, Blitzer, thank you so much for that pertinent story, that news, that information.
And Dana, the three of us have been noting the response or lack thereof from Republican officials when it comes to the untethered and wild allegations being made.
Untethered and wild! It sounds like me in my live stream. Untethered and wild, it's Wendy. Nay, in the garden is untethered and wild.
Crazy and false claims about it being stolen.
Untethered and wild.
There's some new development from Senator Mitt Romney.
I'm untethered and wild. If you agree that I am untethered and wild, press number 9. How many
I'm a
nines?
Republican of Utah. What does he have to say?
Well, we were talking last night. He did put out a statement last night that
a weak one.
Very.
I want to text my friend Jeff, the guy that used to run my recording studio for me. I'm gonna text him that. This is the kind of shit I text him.
Mealy mouth?
Plain. He spoke out, but he just kind of said, "Let the votes happen." Much stronger.
Not responding to me there. Let's see. Here it is.
Right now that we're seeing on Twitter. Effectively, he says that
So just out of the blue, I text a guy that I haven't texted.
Doing things.
Let's see if he fucking responds to that. That'll be so funny if he does.
Meeting the president. He is.
Oh my God! I haven't seen. Sometimes it'll just stop on its own. It's still dropping frames. I know. Hold. No. It's me, guys. It's me. It's not you. It's me. Hold on. Don't leave. It's me. Hold on. Hold on. We might be able to fix it. Hold. You guys hold. I think we're going to be okay. We're good. We're good. We're back. We good? We're good, yo. You sit down. You stay connected, you. You do not disconnect from this live stream. You would be very bad. Would be very bad. Would be very bad for you if you disconnected from this live stream. Do not do that, my friend. Don't disconnect from this live stream. It would be very bad for you. You don't do this. You stay here, you sit down, and you shut up, you. Well, don't shut up, you. You participate in this chat, you. You participate in this chat, you. That is what you're gonna do, you. You're gonna participate. Shh. Okay, don't shut up, but you keep typing, you. You sit down and type, you. That's what you're gonna do. I realize I've been telling you wrong the whole time. I should be telling you the right thing to do, not to be quiet. Why am I doing this? You need to not be doing this. You need to stay awake. Did you guys like my dance? My dance was fun, wasn't it? I liked it. My dances make me feel good. It feels good when I dance. Why is this here? That was the CNN window that I closed. Let's get rid of that. That doesn't have to be there anymore. That's going to help my processor. You know? I can close that. That'll help my processor a little bit. Close that one. Ooh, I've got this open too. Let's close that. Great, that's one less thing taxing my processor. We got it down to 71%. My processor's running at 71% on the high side. It's going all the way down to 45. I'm laughing my ass off, Doc. My anger rises when I think it's my connection. That was so good, you. Love the dance, Bubba. Good. Oh, you like the dance. De Niro was great. Capone on Untouchable. Steve Ronnie. Okay, so my friend's not texting me back. Whatever. Whatever, pal. Nobody doesn't text back anymore, pal. Nobody doesn't even do that anymore, pal. What are you not doing? What are you not doing, pal? Unreal. Everybody participates in the chat now, pal. What, are you not participating in the chat? Are you not asking questions? Unreal, pal. What, are you scared? What, do you want to see the Roxa? Nobody wants to see the Roxa anymore, pal. What, do you want to see the Roxa out there on the street? Nobody wants to see that. Unreal. What are you mixing it up for your fans, pal? Nobody even does it like that, pal. Nobody does that anymore. What, you don't have your wheels and tires on there anymore? On there yet, pal? Nobody jacks up a truck without putting the wheels and tires on it first, pal. What are you even doing? You got your vehicle all jacked up, and then you got those tiny little tires on there. Those are like Hot Wheels tires. What are you even doing, pal? It doesn't even look right. What do you look at that? Psst, unreal. It doesn't even look right, pal. Nobody even does it like that anymore, pal. Nobody's even doing that, pal. Unreal. How do you think HA feels right now that Georgia is blue? I think he's in complete denial about it. He's like, Georgia isn't blue. Those are all fake votes. It's all a sham. And he feels like right now he feels energized Doc, and I'm going to prove it to you. He's not only does he feel energized, but he's whipping up his audience into the same, you know, he's horrible like that. And listen, guys, yeah, I hope you guys call me on my bullshit when I do that shit, man. You know, if I'm ever whipping you guys up into a fury about something, call me on it, because this is really unhealthy behavior when he's got a much larger following, and they are way more devout and crazy and much larger numbers. Okay, you guys, it's going to be hard to watch. I haven't seen this one yet. I'm sure this is going to be hard to watch for all of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing up a topic nobody is talking about. While we're waiting for Arizona, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and hopefully a recount in Michigan and Wisconsin, because this is not even statistically possible. President Trump crushed it, just like I said he would, on election day. 2 straight elections. I called 2016 and 2020.
Now he has a really, I'm just going to debunk him really quick for you guys, because I love you all and I don't want there to be any confusion, okay? And I find I believe it'll be easier if we do this, you know, basically one thing at a time. So, let's go back, because he made a point there.
Because this is not even statistically possible. President Trump crushed it, just like I said he would, on election day. 2 straight elections. I called 2016.
Right. He doesn't take into account that Trump told his following to only vote on election day and not to use the mail. And Biden and Kamala Harris said, early vote, mail now, mail your stuff in now, get it in there, let's do this now. People on Twitter were saying it too. I know, because I'm on Twitter, and I'm telling you, they got the vote out, and they got it out early. Donald Trump was against it. He acts like he doesn't know that. These are facts. Isn't that weird that he just disregards that? Let's zoom in on him. I don't like all that background he's got there. Let's start this over. Here, let's do this. Let's get up close and personal with H.A. Goodman. Here you go, bro. That's where you need to be, right there.
2016 and 2020. Now they're trying to, of course, do their usual, the Bernie Sanders. They're trying to pull a Bernie Sanders in 2016. They're talking about the biggest cheaters of all time. Anyway, it's not statistically possible. You can't win.
It was the DNC that did the Bernie Sanders thing. It was literally Hillary Clinton, Donna Brazile, and Wasserman Schultz. It was those 3 fucking cunts. Okay? Now he's talking about a conspiracy involving 4 million fake votes. At least I haven't even checked the numbers, and I should. Let's find out where we're at before we get into this too far. Here, give me a second. Let me get that information for you really fast here. Okay, I'm just going to pull this up. We'll keep listening to him while I pull up the information.
Ohio and Florida do better with minority voters than any Republican in 60 years, and then outperform in the polls, where the polls were actually meaningless and garbage. Trump didn't have only a 9% or 11% chance of winning, and Biden didn't have a 98 or 89% chance of winning in a landslide. That was nonsense. It was never a Biden landslide, and it wasn't even a victory for Biden. What's taking place is that miraculously, ballots are coming in without a postmark, or without a date where they were received in Philadelphia. Ballots came in Arizona and Georgia when Republicans did extremely well in early voting in Arizona and Georgia. So how on earth is Biden coming back if Republicans did very well? Democrats were panicking, according to active FBI investigation. There's also an active DOJ investigation into a Democratic congressman and judge. So the congressman, former Democratic congressman in Pennsylvania, Michael Myers.
Doc.
The Department of Justice.
He cited an Inquirer fucking article on one of his videos. So there you go.
Has zero tolerance for corruption of the electoral process. This is just a couple of months ago, July 23rd. But it says here within the article, WPXI News, expelled congressman charged in Philadelphia election fraud case. Now, you have to ask yourself, if they're charging not only the Philadelphia judge for stuffing ballots, but also the people who paid him, what are the chances? So this is William Barr's Justice Department and Christopher Wray's FBI. Absolutely nobody is talking about this because it pertains directly to what's taking place now. Well, you say, AJ, well, why would it take place direct? Why would what happened in July, how would that correlate to what's taking place right now?
That's a good question.
You need to share this video everywhere because the DOJ already knows that Philadelphia and Pennsylvania in general have a whole bunch of Democrats who were involved in an FBI sting operation, or who were caught up in a sting operation, one of whom was a former Democratic congressman. So I did a segment prior to this. I did a segment prior to this talking about the judge of elections that was sentenced to prison just a couple months back for stuffing ballots. The people who paid him also are going to the big house. Here's nearly 40 years since he was expelled from the U.S. House after getting caught on videotape taking bribes in an FBI investigation. Ex-Representative Democrat Michael Ozzie Myers was unexpectedly back in the headlines on Thursday, charged by William Barr's Justice Department with election fraud in a case from Philadelphia. This is July 23rd, 2020. The article goes on to talk about that there's still an ongoing DOJ and FBI investigation pertaining to all the other people involved with Michael Ozzie Myers and the judge that are going to prison for election fraud. But here, quote, the Department of Justice has zero tolerance for corruption of the electoral process.
So corruption during an election involving a judge, and yet he says this has everything to do with the presidential election. None of those people could give a fuck about the presidential election. None of that had anything to do with the presidential election. Had everything to do with one judge, right? It's interesting.
Acting Assistant Attorney General.
I don't know anything about. All I know is what he tells me.
In announcing charges of ballot stuffing, bribery, and obstruction against Myers, former Democrat. The former Democratic congressman from Pennsylvania was charged with bribing a Philadelphia election judge in order to impact a judicial election. So it wasn't just them. That's my point. There's a whole bunch of people involved in all of this that the wonderful FBI and Federal Bureau of Investigation.
And once again, HA, it's got nothing to do with Donald Trump. You're not helping anything by talking about another case that has unrelated to Donald Trump losing this election. It's fucking psychotic.
Is now involved in.
But he says you all need to share this video everywhere. Like it's urgent that everybody hears about some corruption in a case involving a judge back in July. And you all need to look over here, look over here, look over here. At what, though? At what, HA? It's got nothing to do with the election. It's so weird, isn't it? Isn't it weird, guys? He's got nothing there. I mean, it's so weird.
Trying to investigate and trying to find out just how widespread this is. Now, this is not my thoughts or analysis. It's in this article and other articles. So during the 2015 primary election, Myers paid DeMuro to fraudulently add votes on behalf of judicial candidates 1, 2, and 3, among others, the indictment said. So evidently being involved. Okay, so DeMuro is Dominic J. DeMuro, a former election judge who earlier this year was convicted of accepting bribes and certifying false election results in Philadelphia primary elections. These people are going to prison for like thousands of dollars just to stuff ballots for Democrats. In addition to the fact that Pennsylvania has ballots that have been coming in with no postmark days after the election on November 3rd. So, okay, DeMuro admitted that while serving as an elected municipal judge of elections, he accepted bribes in the form of money and other things of value in exchange for adding ballots to increase the vote totals for certain candidates on the voting machines in his jurisdiction and for certifying tallies of all the ballots, including fraudulent ballots, the William Barr's Justice Department announced back in May. So you're talking about Myers was one of a series of lawmakers caught up. Okay, so this is interesting. I'll show you. That's WPXI News, but there's another article that talks about an ongoing Bureau investigation. And the article is titled "Former Philadelphia Judge of Elections Convicted on Bribery Charges" by Andrew Emmett. And so you have people involved in this. Let's just look at the part where it says current FBI. So here. This is an active, ongoing investigation. We're asking anyone with information on election fraud to contact the FBI. This is an active, ongoing investigation. This article was written in May. It doesn't say, there's no article that says that this investigation has ended because there were more people involved. So, so one of the reasons I'm very, very positive that President Trump is going to pull this off and win what and retain the victory. Okay, Biden is not popular than President in a sense. Okay, he got more votes than President Obama. Yet the House, Democrats in the House lost seats, and Republicans retained control of the Senate, and President Obama did better.
Okay, now he's arguing
among minority voters than.
You're forgetting COVID. Getting 220, I'll know it. Now, he probably would have done better in the election had not a week before the election, he got up on a stage and went, COVID, 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 and made a joke about 220,000 Americans being killed from this fucking virus. And is Trump losing? Trump lost, dude. Trump lost the fucking election. Joe Biden is the president. Will be in January 20th. Trump's got until January 20th. And then he's fired. He's fired. He's going to start pardoning all of his buddies now. Watch.
So, and they were petrified about the early voting totals. Early voting, they hid behind the pandemic when in their own primaries, they made people vote in line in Wisconsin while it was raining and hail was pelting them, okay, pelting Democratic voters. They voted against Medicare for All, by the way. But you're looking at these right now involving election fraud in Philadelphia right now. So, as the public trust, and this is what they wrote a couple months ago, the FBI, special agent in charge of the electoral process is vital. The FBI's message today is clear. The election interference of any kind by hostile foreign actors or dishonest local officials won't be tolerated. This is an active, ongoing investigation, and we're asking anyone with information on election fraud to contact the FBI. So, for stuffing ballots, one person paid the other. Well, do you think the former Democratic congressman who paid the Philadelphia judge used his own money and put money in a piggy bank and said, oh, you know, here, he was probably given money from other people. That's why it's an active investigation. Anyway, the point is, this is a huge story that President Trump should tweet and everyone should share and, you know, involved in exposing corruption. So much corruption involved with Democrats in Philadelphia and around the country. President Trump's going to pull this off. William Barr already has the goods and information on one case linked to corruption within Philadelphia. Now, I think Trump is going to pull this off because he won on election night and rubbish and garbage, but he did things that no other Republican has done. You can't win Ohio and Florida and then Republicans are doing better than expected. As well as expected.
You just said that again?
Voting. So this talking about, oh my God, Republicans are doing better than expected. There's a Politico article. There are other articles out there talking about how Republicans are doing better than expected. They were actually Democrats saying vote on election day because they were Democrats saying vote on election day. Democrats saying they were actually Democrats saying vote on election day. They were actually Democrats saying vote on election day. They were actually Democrats saying vote on election day.
Okay, how many Democrats were saying that? And then how many Democrats were saying vote early and use the USPS, support the USPS and vote early. Avoid COVID, mail in your ballot. Do it now. Isn't that weird? God, it's so weird to hear him say this.
Because they were petrified that they weren't doing as well as expected in early voting.
Huh.
So this whole thing is a scam and a racket.
Billy.
And they're trying to pull a Bernie Sanders on Trump. Problem is, Trump fights back. He was up in 7 states, 6 of which he won in 2016, and then Botox B, the exhumed body that had 0 support within even the Democratic primary early on.
That just goes to show you how horrible a leader Donald Trump is that it took literally Botox fucking child molesting corpse Biden to fucking beat Donald Trump. And you're literally saying it right now, H.A. Goodman, and yet it's not clicking in your brain. It's kind of weird.
In 2016, and then Botox B, the exhumed body that had 0 support within even the Democratic primary early on. He lost Iowa. He lost.
Right. That's right. He did. And then the Democrats all got together behind their candidate, H.A. It doesn't matter that he lost against other Democrats. What matters is that once he became the nominee, all the Democrats got behind him. They consolidated. They what's the word I'm looking for?
Miserably in New Hampshire, and then
they assembled. And they got serious, and they all got together and they fucking worked to vote.
A distant second in Nevada. Okay, it wasn't a close-up.
I mean, your people were busy trying to run buses off the road in Texas, bro. Remember that? You don't want to talk about that, do you?
Bernie Sanders would have won that primary also. He would have lost to Trump, but he would have won that primary without getting cheated in Iowa in 2020 and without Elizabeth Warren running and lying about him. So, I mean, the point is they cheat all the time. Bernie Sanders was okay with it. Trump fights back. Give me your thoughts below. They have the goods. Look, you have Project Veritas. You already have Nevada, GOP sending William Barr 3,000 or thousands of irregular.
Donald Trump cheats too. You know, we made a deal with Iran to give them the money back that we owed them, and he fucking rescinded that deal. So don't tell me Donald Trump's not a fucking cheat.
And voter fraud allegations. You have statistical anomalies.
Donald Trump tried to subvert the United States Postal Service by having blue mailboxes removed, including some of the ones that I use, so I know it, and having sorting machines scuttled. Don't tell me Donald Trump doesn't fucking cheat.
They say, well, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? They're always so snarky, and They're always so full of themselves.
And millions of voters were disenfranchised through the legislation that Donald Trump passed.
And then they get caught, and then they say, well, that's not a big deal. Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign.
Remember?
In disgrace in 2016.
Donald Trump wanted to require voter ID for everybody, remember?
There was an app linked in Iowa to Clinton people in Iowa that cheated Bernie Sanders. You have a Philadelphia judge of elections going to prison. You have another former Democratic congressman going to prison for election fraud this year. Give me your thoughts. Share this segment.
Donald Trump's going to prison. Donald Trump's going to prison. That's my thoughts. Thumbs up, bro. Trump for prison 2021. You know, it'll be January 21st. January 21st. All right, let me tell you about my friend Ronnie Placone. You guys check him out at ronplacone.com, and his other website is lucyandron.com. Also, he is on YouTube. His channel is Get Your News On with Ron is his show, and his channel is Ron Placone. Easy to find, easy to subscribe to, easy to get notifications. Click all so you and I can meet up in there and support him, because he supports us and he supports the triage oil that he rubs into his neck, and every time he goes live, he tells his audience how fantastic this oil is. He also talks about me and the fact that I talk about cannabis on this show. So you can go support him. He's also a writer for the Jimmy Dore Show. He's also a frequent guest on the Jimmy Dore Show. He appears, well, he's got his Instagram, Ron Placone, Ron Placone on Facebook, and Ron Placone on Twitter. And if you @ Ron Placone on Twitter, you can send him article links and he'll read them on his show live. So check that out. And maybe, here's an idea. Hey, you guys, here's a fucking idea. You guys could contact Graham Elwood, Lee Camp, and Ron Placone, and you could ask them to have me on their show to discuss these politics, or to discuss cannabis, or to discuss gardening, or any of the above. If you guys want, you guys want to talk about how I equally hate, both the left and the right, and and the reasons why, and we could talk about all kinds of shit, man. Just let them know that you want to see me on their shows too. All right? Like, tell H.A. Goodman he should have me on his show. I'll walk into the Lion's Den. Fuck that shit. Dude, I did it yesterday, bro. I walked right into the chat and I was telling everybody, facts. And I'll just go on and I'm gonna be able to look, H.A., you have me on your show. The only thing I'm gonna say is facts, and I know the only thing you're gonna say is opinion, and I want your audience to realize that. You're gonna be saying opinion and I'm gonna be saying facts. And every time we do, we should have a little thing. It says F or O. So when it's opinion, O. When it's facts, F. And all the F's will be on everything I say, and all the O's will be on everything you say. And people will be like, whoa, you mean H.A. Goodman doesn't tell us facts? No, he doesn't. He gives you straight up fucking opinion all the time. And one of the techniques I love that H.A. Goodman uses is distraction. You should see that there's corruption in this state about a judge that the FBI is investigating from fucking, 6 months ago. And it's got nothing to do with the presidential election and everything to do with a single fucking judge. But let's look at that corruption, because that's enough to question 4 million votes coming, 4,100,000 votes, more, coming in to fire Donald Trump from all over the country, not just from that one place. It's happening everywhere. As they count these votes, it becomes clear that more Democrats and Biden supporters mailed in their ballots like they were told to do. And they get to sit back and watch this happen. And you know what? Whether or not CNN or anybody else is dragging this out, let them enjoy it. After the 4 years of all the shit talking that Donald Trump did to the press, I have no problem sitting back and letting it all happen. Let those two dogs fucking fight and let them rip the shit out of each other. They've earned it. You know, Donald Trump calling them fake news, them showing empty Trump podiums. You know, let them fucking go at it. As far as I'm concerned, I wash my hands of it all, and I laugh and I laugh and I dance, and I go out and I walk my dog and I check my vegetable garden and I drive my Roxor around and I fix the goddamn, I fix that fucking hose on there. I'm so excited. That thing is running so fucking strong and awesome now. I don't like to talk about my Roxor. Here, look at this marble though. .27 boy pendant, black bottom. It's like a I don't know if it's black or an indigo or something. It's like a goddamn sea anemone. What's going on inside that thing? It's like the deeper you go, the more detail you spot. He whipped that right up, didn't he? You could see the whip marks. Whip, 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 whip. He's doing good, man. 27 boy's doing good, son. Shh. Unreal. Nobody talks about 27 boy anymore, pal. Shh. Unreal. Unreal, pal. Shh. Nobody even does that. Nobody's even doing that, pal. Look at all of you people. Oh, look at all the gardening people. Dun 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 dun. Oh, my microphone is backwards. Great. I thought I was going to sneeze, but it never happened, and now I'm sad. A lost sneeze is a lost opportunity. How's the pets? They're well. They're well. This one needs some kissies on his face, I believe, from his daddy. That's so nice. I've got my little books. I got my little books displayed here. So cute. You need kissies on your face from your daddy is what you need. That's what you need, buddy. Got me a little roll of eye wipes here for you. Get that done right now. Make you look pretty. I gotta make you look pretty. That's right. Who's a pretty boy? Who's a pretty boy? You. Who's a pretty boy? Oh, the stretchy boy. Look at you. Look
Oh, who's the baby? Who's the baby? Who's the baby? Oh.
You know, if I just lay on him like that, he goes right back to sleep. He closes his eyes. He will literally go to sleep in almost any position. He's so freaking cute. Ah, my baby boy. I like how he's got like that perma grin because of that black right there. It looks like he's smiling like Joker.
You always got your little perma grin. Yeah, you sweet boy. I love my sweet boy over there. Oh, you sweet boy.
Man, I got him out for a walk this morning. It was so awesome. Fucking ran him around the mountainside, man. He was so freaking happy. I look like a snake guy. Whatever. Whatever, Karen. I mean, don't get me wrong. I freaking love a good snake or a turtle. Hey, I love turtles. But I love dogs. I love all dogs. So, whoa, look at me moving around. I thought that was locked. That's not locked, pal. Unreal. You better put that back where it belongs, pal. How do we lock that bitch? Psst. Unreal. What was I trying to move anyway? I was trying to move the chat. Psst. What? Psst. Don't even do it like that, pal. Nobody even does that anymore, pal. Alright, I hope you guys can see that. Nay, what kind of dog is it? He's an American bully or a mini bully? Pocket bully? Something's wrong with one of his ears? I don't know which one. I think it's going to be his right one. But I get in there with a Q-tip. It probably just needs a little cleaning, you know? He's so freaking cute. I'm ready to take him out and do stuff with him, play with him. You guys have been a fantastic audience today. Thank you so much. I love doing these shows for you guys. So keep sharing these videos around for me, please. Make sure you retweet me. Retweet these videos and make short little videos. If I say something that makes sense or something funny and you want to make a short video, just take your cell phone and hold it up to the screen and make a video of from your computer screen. Make sure the audio's up nice and loud. You don't have your hand covering the microphone on your cell phone while you do it. And, you know, post it up on Twitter. Twitter's a great place, man, for promoting the show and getting more people here, getting the message out there. All right, guys, thanks. I love y'all. I'll see you on this afternoon show, okay? And it's, according to me, man, it's official. Joe Biden is going to be the next president of the United States and Donald Trump is fired. There it is. All right, there's the statement. If CNN doesn't want to announce it, I will go ahead and announce it for you. It's obvious. There's no way Donald Trump can come back. It's over. When I woke up this morning and I saw that all 4 of those fucking states had gone blue, well, there's no way. He cannot come back. There's no hope. I thought it was going to be, you know, 2 red and 2 blue. At least it was going to be close, and then Biden was going to take it. But when it was all 4 blue, I realized what's going on. They're counting the mail-in votes. They're counting the mail-in votes, and mail-in votes, most of them, it was 80%, up to 85 to 90% in some counties was going Democrat. That's gonna be, and John King explained it to us. And if H.A. Goodman had watched the CNN coverage like I told you guys we were going to do, because whether or not you believe CNN, you want to call them fake news, you say that they've lied before in the past, and I will agree to you that they have. Their election coverage is the best of the best. And John King is an expert. And when it comes to a presidential coverage, that's my choice. And if H.A. Goodman had watched that coverage with us, he would have learned all of the things that John King was saying. Well, this is how it voted, but this is what's going on, and this is what's going on the ground, and this is why people are doing that, and here comes the mail-in voting, and that's going to change, and we're going to see this uptick, and blah, 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 blah. And John King said we were going to see this uptick because he was seeing it incrementally. And remember, Wolf Blitzer came over and said, hey, aren't you saying that it's getting better and better and better for Biden in these states? And John King said, it's getting so much better that Biden's going to take the lead in all of these states. And people were like, yeah, whatever, you know, he's being very cautious about what he said. But H.A. Goodman was so busy whipping up his audience to be angry instead of just watching fucking CNN. John King, man. It's just one guy, and he makes a lot of sense. And he's got a whole team of people that are covering this. And let me tell you something else. Lee Camp claimed that Nate Silver and 538 were inaccurate in their poll reporting. Bro, 538 was the only thing I watched this year, and I told you guys that Biden was going to win this fucking election. I'd been watching it and watching it and watching it. Now, as we got really close, I really didn't fucking know, because I was seeing so much rhetoric on Twitter from the right. So I really didn't know how many fucking Republicans were going to vote. But, you know, I was surprised that Lee Camp made that comment. I really was. You know, happy 420, everybody. Anyway, I gotta go. Love you guys. Take care.